San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs will now face the Portland Trail Blazers in the first round of the NBA playoffs Sunday night, 8 o'clock inside the Frost Bank Center. Blazers beat the Suns in Phoenix last night, 114-110, behind Deni Avdia's 41-point, 12-assist performance. Suns await the winner of tonight's Warriors-Clippers game at 9 o'clock in Los Angeles. The winner there going on to face the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a good one out there. Whatever you're doing.
I love that camel.
However you are doing it, thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
You're a little excited today. You rushed the first hump.
Dude, I am excited, man, because we finally have a playoff matchup.
We do.
We have one. The Live Tour is going down in flames. It is just a great day, my friend.
Mm-hmm. What are you more excited about?
As far as playoffs or the Live Golf Tour?
If you were to put the rundown together, your lead story would not be the playoffs or a matchup with Portland. Your lead story wouldn't be, I don't know, all the mock drafts today that now have the Cowboys moving to 6 instead of 3. Remember a week ago or so, everybody had the Cowboys moving up to trade with Arizona. Today it's Cleveland at 6.
Okay, true.
Seemingly a little bit more doable. But as I look at the YouTube picture that they put up, it's an angry Joe Reinagle saying, F you live types. I told you you weren't succeed.
So. That's exactly. I'm pointing the finger and just, I told you, livers.
You went all pirate on the livers?
You can't play in shorts and play 54 holes and whatever. You lose. Going down in flames.
In flames.
Flames.
In flames.
I can't wait. That's going to be a celebration worth having. Got to turn my volume down here, huh?
What are you watching over there, Ryan?
He also knows there's a ticklish little pitch coming up.
You said going down and your computer started making noises. What the hell?
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Not angry. It's not an angry look. It's an I told you so look.
Uh-huh.
I told you that Live Tour would never make it.
Celebrate failure.
Exactly. Especially when I told you so. That's what Dad. I love. I told you so when this whole farce came about, whenever it happened. Farce. Ridiculousness. Rest in peace, Live Tour.
See, you don't even mean that.
I don't.
You don't.
Maybe they'll end up in HE double hockey sticks.
Oh, wow. It is kind of interesting, the Live Tour. Emergency meeting today.
Yes.
Is it going to collapse and completely go away?
That's the rumor.
It's kind of pointing that direction. But it's all about the hoops here in San Antonio.
Absolutely.
Because we do have a first-round matchup. Yesterday on the show, we spent a lot of time talking about why it's going to be Phoenix. We all wanted Portland. The poll yesterday, the easier route, if you will, was Portland.
That was the winner.
And then you watched last night a Phoenix team collapse, like the Live Tour. Or, I mean, you were watching last night. How much credit do you give to Portland, or how much do you go, what the hell happened to Phoenix? I mean, there were people tweeting about the Spurs-Suns matchup in the third quarter. And I get it. The Suns were in control of that game. But Portland didn't go away. And now you get a Portland-San Antonio matchup, and probably the most unhappy person about that, probably Jeff McDonald, because instead of a direct flight to Phoenix, now you got to fly all the way to Portland. And a weekend in Phoenix is far better than a weekend in Portland.
It depends, I guess, on what I don't know. I've had some pretty good times in Portland in my day.
I've had a lot of great times in Portland. I've got a lot of family in that area. My daughter lives in Phoenix, been there a gazillion times. Phoenix is a hell of a lot more fun than Portland.
I'll give that to you, I guess. But, I mean, I remember fondly the city of Portland and my time
the
covering.
The city that you remember doesn't exist anymore,
doesn't?
my friend.
Really?
No.
All right. Well, it's been a while since I've been to Portland. I will admit that.
Yeah, Portland is lovely because, all the homeless are camped out in front of all the buildings and stuff going on. It's
Say that about a lot of cities that used to be beautiful.
But
San
Portland
Francisco.
is, because I was in Portland not that long ago. It is a dumpster fire.
Well, that's too bad. So we'll see. I mean, you be careful what you wish for, right? I mean, you never know. Although the Spurs' history against the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs is pretty good.
That's true, and you're happy for a guy like Tiago Splitter. But
I am.
I mean, honestly, I'm always honest on this show. I hadn't looked at Portland at all. I gave them zero chance. Like thinking about first-round matchups, looking at the Clippers as a possibility and looking at the Suns as a possibility, I didn't give the Blazers any chance whatsoever of being in that 7th seed. And even when they played not long ago, man, that team sucks. It'll be fine. Yet they're playing good basketball down the stretch as I'm cramming for my homework assignment going, I did not expect this to be Portland. What the, right? I'm doing that now. And, I mean, give them credit, give Tiago a lot of credit for having that team playing good basketball at the right time of the year. Do I give them a shot in hell of beating the San Antonio Spurs? No. And Vegas is neither. The Spurs have a 94% chance of winning this series.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I really don't. I am happy for Tiago Splitter. And he's just a hell of a nice guy. I like him, and he's done a great job with that. He gave a speech last night after that win, and it was motivating as hell. And it looks like the players love this guy, and they're playing hard for him. They just don't have the horses to match up against San Antonio. They're going to play hard, though. It won't be – I mean, the Spurs are going to have to play well to win. I think they will. Will it be a sweep? Maybe. I don't think it will be much more than 5. But we'll see what happens. It is the playoffs, and it's different.
We get plenty of time, thankfully, to talk about that.
We do. Spurs did hit the practice floor today preparing because it was the first time they knew who they needed to prepare for. So it's the Portland Trailblazers.
And a good long practice. I mean, when the Spurs tell the media to show up about 2 hours after the practice is scheduled to start, you know it's going to be a good long practice. And quite frankly, they needed it. Day off yesterday, day off on Monday. What's today, Wednesday?
Yes.
Yesterday's practice probably more about them, and today's practice certainly more about Portland. And I'm curious, even though I'm sure they had stuff ready to go for both teams, and they'll never say, but I wonder how surprised they are that they're getting Portland and not Phoenix.
I would imagine, because I think most people thought Phoenix would win this game last night. So I'm surprised. And watching it, I was surprised because, like you, I mean, Phoenix was in control of this game for most of it. And Portland just hung around and got it done. This Adija, whatever the hell his name is, I got to look at the pronunciation guide that I'm working with here. But a diva.
He's not a diva.
Avdia.
There you go.
Avdia.
Or maybe.
He might be a diva.
He could be, but we don't know that.
It is Avdia. I went to the Portland Trailblazer pronunciation guide, and that's how he says it.
Okay.
They have his voice going, Avdia. So there you go. Denny Avdia.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he says it. Look at Pledge shaking his head in there. Dude, go to it. It's his voice. Saying
is all that
his
matters.
last name.
You've said it like 15 different ways.
Well, one of them's right. It's like a mock draft.
Avdia.
What's his number?
Avdia.
What's his number?
I don't know what the hell his number is. What difference does it make?
Because that's what he's going to be on this show.
Avdia. 41 points, 12 assists last night. Pretty good performance for him.
Yeah, solid.
Not bad.
Sure.
It's going to be interesting. I'm just ready for the playoffs. just ready for it. I'm watching that other game was pretty good too. Charlotte, Miami, and you see LaMelo Ball being a jackass.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's so many things with that. No foul called on the floor. And then the refs say, well, they couldn't review it because it took too long. But you see a dirty play like that, where were the Miami players trying to kick his ass? It was a little surprising, and maybe nobody saw it. How did nobody see that, right? That the whole thing was weird. And so now the question, does LaMelo Ball get suspended for their next game? The Miami Heat season is over, so whatever punishment comes his way and whatever I'm sorry's they might get from the league doesn't matter. The Miami Heat are done because that was an elimination game for them.
Yep. It's sad because you got to wonder if Adebayo's in the game, does it turn out to be a different game?
Well, of course it does.
He didn't play the entire second half. So, I don't know, man. Ball should have been thrown out of the game last night. People are claiming they didn't see it, which I think is BS. But if you watch the video, I mean, it's clear that it was an intentional trip. This thing was not an accident. It was not, I hit my head and I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Oh, that's what he said.
That's what he said, but
he hit his head, didn't know where he was.
Dude, please. He reaches out, he grabs the dude's foot, trips him, and I mean, it was blatant.
If I'm Adam Silver, I don't suspend him. I put him in concussion protocol until next week. Because if he hit his head that hard and didn't know where he was or what he was doing, clearly you're not in a headspace to play basketball. So I don't have to suspend you. We'll just put you in concussion protocol.
I'm with Spoelstra on this thing, and he came out and he was classy as hell afterwards, and he said, look, that was not the difference. We had our opportunity, yada, yada, yada. But that kind of stuff has no business in the game of basketball. I mean, it just doesn't.
Well, and again, you're right, and this is the concerning part with playoff basketball, a lot more physical. Refs tend to let things go a little bit more, and we've got a 7'5" French guy that we need to protect who's kind of skinny and has a bruised rib, right? The physical play amps up in the postseason, and BS stuff like that can cost you a championship run.
Absolutely it can. I mean, you look at way back when old number 2 was still playing here, and he gets his ankle turned or whatever that was, that Zaza sticking his foot out from the bench. I mean, anything like that can happen, and that's how fortunes turn. It certainly turned for the Spurs that day.
Yep.
I will never forget that day because we saw Popovich and the coaching staff as they were walking out, and they flat out asked all of us, a bunch of reporters sitting there, and they said, was that intentional? And we all said, yeah, it was. It was absolutely intentional.
Pop so hot in that post game. Generally like Spoelstra, very classy. You're right. I mean, and Spurs were up, 25 or whatever in that game?
Absolutely.
Cost us another title.
There's no question in my mind. Zaza. Sticking his foot out there. But that's what happens, and that's how fortunes can turn on a dime. And so
Play kind of changed our franchise for a decade.
It sure did. You are absolutely correct. It did. But it's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, happy Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball today. That's kind of cool.
Very cool. Every year.
I always forget about that until I don't.
Yeah, well, they remind us.
They do remind us.
Which is a great thing, and I love that gets celebrated. Because it's just cool when you see all the teams and everybody doing the celebrations and the numbers, and baseball is the one sport where you can get away with everybody wearing the same number.
True. Yep. Yeah, you can, and they will
go that route,
and they do.
And more importantly, the Astros snapped that long win streak last night.
Yeah,
I didn't hear Ryan Eagle mention that in Sports Center.
I absolutely did. Not for us. For
all I care about is us. I don't care what you do on KTSA.
For the KTSAs.
Yeah,
we're already getting some predictions on the Spurs. Christopher says Spurs in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a poll?
A poll?
A poll.
On Wednesday?
Spurs in 4, 5, 6 or more.
What about 3?
We can't win in 3.
Well, they might.
No. It doesn't happen. Then it turns into a must-win game for the Portland Trailblazers. That's how that works.
Okay. We'll come up with a poll question.
We'll come up with a poll question. We'll talk more Spurs basketball. We'll hear from some of the participants after practice today. Wemby talked today. Mitch Johnson also talking today about the Portland Trailblazers. We'll hear from them when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, let me tell you about Stevens Roofing, though. Look, I talk about them all the time. I love this company. I love the family that owns this company. Great people. Fantastic people, and they do a great job. You don't have to take my word for it. They've been in business since 1983. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about the quality of work and the reputation that Stevens Roofing has. And now they've added solar to what they do. If you've been thinking about solar panels, a lot of you have. I know you have. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Tell them what you're thinking about doing or what you'd like to see happen, and they can help you put a plan together, and they'll get it done, and you know it is going to be done right, and they're going to stand behind everything that they do. If you think your roof has a problem, we've had a lot of rain here lately and more in the forecast. If you're seeing something that just doesn't look right, give Stevens Roofing and Solar a call. They'll send out a team. They'll inspect your roof. They'll do it for free, and they'll let you know if there's any problem up there that needs to be corrected. And you know they're going to do it right. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Texas Gun Shows brings you the largest gun shows in Texas, and this weekend they're coming to Round Rock. Open this Friday, 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at Embassy Suites Round Rock Friday through Sunday, 270 Bass Pro Drive.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and block channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
2 more play-in games, get a little more advancement into the NBA playoffs coming up.
And we're just under a week from the NFL draft, and word around the Star is the Cowboys want to move up. We'll talk about how they're going to do it and get you started for a full day of fun. But you got to get here at 6. That's when the party starts.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, I got to admit, it was a lot of fun, even though I had no dog in the hunt last night, just to watch basketball that was meaningful and it meant something. And it was you know, for playoff seeding. Good stuff.
You know, when you're watching games that matter, that mean more, and they're competitive. You had 2 really good games last night, bottom line. And you're right, no dog in the hunt, but I mean, at least the late game, you were, you know, from your armchair scouting, seeing scouting, right? You know, because that is who the Spurs are going to get in the first round of the playoffs. So, but you're right. I mean, for the last 7 years, that's what we've had here in San Antonio. Not being a playoff team, you just watch basketball for the joy of basketball, and competitive with something on the line is better basketball, and you get that. Now, we know it's going to be Portland. I think that is a huge surprise to many. Most had Phoenix winning that game. But we do know the schedule now. Games 1 and 2 are Sunday and Tuesday here in San Antonio. And for the first time, I don't know, since, in 7 years, I do know. You got playoffs and Fiesta going on at the same time. So now you got choices that you have to make. Well, game 2 is Tuesday night. It's opening night in Nyosa. What is your priority? That's our poll on the YouTube page. Spurs game 2 or Nyosa?
Well, I mean, for me, it's obviously Spurs game 2.
Yep.
And I don't know if that will be most people. I'm not really a Nyosa guy. It's fun back in my younger days, but
You've aged out, Unc?
Maybe I have. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Fiesta events I like. Taste of the North Side, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great one. We'll be there next Thursday.
We will be. And
Oyster Bake this weekend.
And I can't wait. Novo Brewery tomorrow.
We'll
get it started right at Novo.
An unofficial Fiesta event, we'll call it.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't know. I mean, Nyosa, are you going? You headed to Nyosa? Is it your thing?
I haven't been to Nyosa in probably 2 years. We used to do our show from Nyosa. There used to be a cool little deal right over in one of the buildings down there, second floor. A guy named Paul Berry used to rent that out and have a media center, and we would do our show there. That was great.
Yeah.
But if I were to go, it's generally on a Tuesday. So I'm not going to go this year because, well, I'll go to the Spurs game. Wednesday is a maybe. Thursday, no way in hell. And Friday, no way in hell would I go to Nyosa. So, and I do know a lot of people, the opening night is when you want to go. I like Nyosa. I'm planning to go to Oyster Bake this year. I haven't been to Oyster Bake in many, many years. But Saturday's lineup is great with Candlebox being the headliner. So I do think Oyster Bake is in my future. But also, I mean, I can do what the hell I want. My wife's out of town.
She is, yeah.
She sold my couch on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody knocks on the door at 9 o'clock.
Last night.
And I'm like, well, what the? And she's like, oh, yeah, they didn't say when they were actually coming, but you gave the address, but they never said when they were coming. They knock on the door.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Did you have to help them?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I helped him load it in the truck. It was a man and his wife, and, I was like, all right, I'll help you. So now my living room is just my recliner and 2 TVs.
Well, what else do you need?
That's it.
That's all you need?
That's all I need.
So, yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, did the guy give you cash?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a little odd.
Yeah, we had 9 o'clock at night, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a little odd. But, hey, you got it done, got it delivered, and everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw your setup. You took a picture of it, and it's perfect for you. Until the wife comes back or the new stuff's delivered, you're golden.
Well, see, here's I was talking about this with my buddy John. My TV might go out, and she might come home to a nice 100-inch TV, because I saw one the other day that I was looking at.
Yeah. Why didn't you get it?
Yet is the answer.
Oh, dude.
Even my kid was like, you're going to get the whole 3 TVs up at the top that I've been wanting to do for a long time? She's going to come back, and my house is going to look like the Roo Pub.
Well, it should. And what is she going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing? She may yell at you for a minute, and then you'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's paid for.
I'd do it, man.
Yeah?
Get it done.
You're such a liar.
I mean, you're
such a liar.
You don't have the opportunity to do something like that very often. I mean, this is an opportunity that just fell out of the clear blue sky.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take advantage.
You know what you need to do with that old TV?
Unplug it, maybe.
Get the new one.
Yeah, because your TV's pretty damn old.
Yeah.
It's not even a smart TV, is it?
It is.
Oh, it is?
Well, of course. They're all smart now.
Well, I thought you had that TV for a long time.
He has.
6 years?
That's a long time for a TV.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it too long?
Too long.
Is it too long?
Yes.
Is it time?
Look, TVs are disposable these days,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, seriously, if they last a couple of years, you're golden. And see, you're way ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Time for a new one, Minix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd hop on down there and get it done.
Hop on down there.
Yes.
Oh, no, just call it in.
Just call it in.
Yeah, have it delivered.
Probably do that. I just got a text. I thought it was going to be Carl from Bjorn's, but it's not. Somebody else. Hey!
Hey, guess what?
I got it right here. I can deliver it tonight, 9 o'clock.
What time you get home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to buy a car while she's out of town, too.
Oh, my gosh, dude, you're going nuts.
I'm bored.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Stopped at a dealership last night on the way home.
You probably stop at one tonight.
I am.
There you go.
That's the plan.
All right. Well,
same make?
No.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's branching out a little.
I really like that car.
Well, he'd probably sell it to you, Pledge.
Yeah, I would.
I mean,
I think I can afford it. I know what that car costs.
Wait till you see the new one.
To be a bachelor for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wouldn't know what that's.
Well,
my wife's gone for a week, and I go nuts.
It's been, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Craziness.
He was a bachelor for 4 months. He'd spend at least 3 of them, or at least until he ran out of money in Vegas.
Well, see, you don't have to go to Vegas these days.
No.
Head on down to the Roo Pub.
I thought you wanted to play some.
That was pretty good
games.
on you. I did really well on your birthday, man. Yeah, I mean, that was a very
lucrative.
Yeah. See, Cody says buy a car like Rob's. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I like Rob's car, but it's a little small for my taste. But as long as the golf clubs fit, see, when I go to look at a new car, it's the first thing. Open the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Put my golf clubs in there. If they fit, okay, we can keep talking.
Everything I'm looking at, the golf clubs fit.
All right.
Not much else, but the golf clubs fit.
I don't think golf clubs fit in Rob's.
I'm not sure that they do.
Rob said they do.
Oh, yeah?
He checked it. See, these cars.
A whole bag or just one?
Well, your putter. No, I do believe, and I don't know this for a fact, but you look at a lot of these sports cars, they understand who's buying them. It ain't built for groceries, but they are built for golf clubs.
Well, that's good, and they should be because, you got to throw them in there. That's the first thing I look at. It really is. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But open the trunk.
Your priorities.
And I bring them with me, and it's like, do they go in there?
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, then we can continue to talk.
It's interesting because at the BMW place yesterday, I asked that question, and the guy has golf clubs there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I guess enough people must do that.
Sure.
To where they're yep, see, they fit.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That was
priorities.
Yeah. We will hear from the Spurs coming up a little bit later. But right now, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little Cowboys football. Some interesting news about the Dallas Cowboys because there are 3 mock drafts out today. Now, Kuiper says this is his final one.
Yeah.
I'll believe that when I see it. But they all have the Cowboys making a deal with the Cleveland Browns to get Sonny Styles. Is it a good idea, bad idea? What do you guys think? We'll talk about it with RJ Ochoa when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
Tomorrow, the Blitz is taking over Novo Brewery. We're hosting the Business Networking International April Mixer, food specials, drink specials, and your chance to network with business professionals across San Antonio. It's Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall tomorrow beginning at 2.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive home and auto bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 1410704EM16004.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits 1, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Make plans to join us tomorrow. We will be out at Novo Brewery, 2 to 6, doing the Blitz tomorrow, starting Fiesta, kicking it off just right. So make plans to come out there. It is attached to North Star Mall. Come on out and see us. We got prizes to give away and drink specials. And it's a great place to visit. This is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
You know, the Fiesta kicking off in a week from tomorrow will be the first round of the NFL draft. And like mock drafts are mock drafts. And we're all sick of mock drafts, like Mel Kiper's final mock draft. But it is interesting that Mel Kiper released his final mock draft today. Dane Brugler has his. Todd McShay has his. And all of them have the Dallas Cowboys moving up to number 6. About 2 weeks ago, they had the Cowboys moving up to number 3. RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. What do you make of all the mock drafts and now the noise, smoke with a move up for Cleveland?
It's great to be with you guys. First of all, you each look very handsome today. I want to start with that.
It's a day that ends in Y, my friend.
Exactly.
Second of all, I think that it's easy to buy that there's smoke here, right? There's a lot of smoke. In fact, to get Brian Windhorsty, there's almost too much smoke, right? Like this is a little too heavy. And if you're curious in my too much smoke take, a shout out to my colleague Jared Mueller, who runs our Brown side. His instinct on this wasn't that Cleveland is interested in trading out, obviously beyond the bare minimum that we know, but that maybe Dallas is trying to drive down the picks from, say, Arizona. The Cardinals were a hot spot to connect the Cowboys to a few weeks ago. Obviously, we've seen that a lot in different mock drafts, to Jason's point. And so maybe this is the Cowboys saying, hey, in case you're not aware, check out any mock draft that you can Google today. We have other partners that we're willing to dance with. Because the other thing about this is if you buy Jordan Schultz's report yesterday that Dallas is eyeing somebody who the Giants are as well, the Giants pick at 5. So trading up to 6 doesn't even get in front of them. That's what makes this just a little bit interesting. I feel like the people in Inception that have the tokens, and we see it not spinning properly, so we know we're not necessarily in the real world.
Well, RJ, the other thing that I'm interested in, because everybody says the Cowboys they want Sonny Styles, and I don't blame them for that. But will Sonny Styles last until number 6?
I don't know. I mean, but I think that they probably view Sonny Styles and his teammate in Columbus, or his old teammate in Columbus, Caleb Downs, is somewhat interchangeable, right? Like they're fine coming away with either one of them. I do think it's plausible that one of the two will make it to 6. You certainly hope that you obviously know Mendoza's going number 1. You hope that Jeremiah Love's going. You hope that if the Cardinals can't find a dance partner, they take a tackle. You're hoping for all sorts of offensive run early on, but yeah, I mean, I think either one of them would be worth paying. Pick your preferred price from, Kuiper, McShay, or Brugler, whichever one you like the most. But I think any of those players would be fantastic. I think most people tend to like McShay's because it keeps 20 within the Cowboys' grasp and another, obviously, defender they could pair with him.
And as we visit with RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com, I mean, that's part of it. What is it going to cost to move up? Are the Cowboys going to do something they don't often do, and that is move up? But if they truly are in a win-now window and they're willing to go get a guy that they love that can make a difference maker, is that one guy better than staying at 12 and 20 in, the less is more mentality, even though Jerry Jones likes to often use the analogy of I could have, say, a Micah Parsons, but also with those picks, how many more good players can I get? But if they are in a win-now mode and they do have the draft capital to move up, it does make sense that they could be trying to trade up to get one of these guys.
Yeah, and we focus so much on the idea of win now, the term window. It really is applicable to this kind of era, what with regards to the financial windows and the windows of prime for the nucleus players for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Quentin Williams, the fact that George Pickens is on a franchise tag. And then I think on some level we all expect that to remain the case through the July 15th deadline. So you really are kind of outlining 26 and 27 as your more serious bites at the apple with this group. You could obviously always retool and adjust and trade and get creative and keep extending your window. I think that's the way elite front offices handle it. But in that respect, to your point, you might be feeling like, man, in this window for 2026, do, Jermod McCoy and Keldrick Falk help us more than, if it is Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs and your preferred player at 39, if you do walk away with Cleveland's second-round pick in that regard? I think there's a legitimate argument there. This isn't, people are so quick to say, oh, Jerry will make a deal and all these stupid things that they've been saying for 15 years now. But there's legitimate logic to this idea is the point that I'm trying to make.
Well, and I think, and I've said this on the show many times, if there's a guy that you really like, why not take a shot, take a swing, go get that guy, even if it costs you 12 and 20, go get that guy.
Yeah, and I think on some level what I admire about that is I like when people have gumption, and I like when people have conviction. And so even if it's something that, Joe, Jason, and RJ disagree with, if you feel strongly about it, you're 10 toes down on it, dude, take a swing. I mean, let it rip. And if you miss, so what? Like, who do you have to answer to at the end of the day? But don't just play it safe and conservative and scared. And that's the way they've handled things in the past. That's why they haven't taken swings, particularly in free agency, because they're so worried about, well, what's the 2027 salary cap going to be? What's 2028 going to look like if we did? Dude, I don't even know what life is going to be like in 2027. As far as I'm concerned, that's like 6 years from now. Like, quit worrying about it.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com with us here on the Blitz. And as you say that, yesterday Stephen Jones was on 105.3 The Fan. And one of his comments, and it drives me nuts every time I hear somebody named Jones say this, if they're waiting for the phone to ring. Because if they make the call, it's going to cost more. And that pisses me off because that's how it works. Listening to Rich Eisen today on my drive into work, I forget who he was talking to, but, talking about the New Orleans Saints and how often they move up in the draft. If there's somebody they want, they go get them. It's such a difference in philosophy. Will the Cowboys, who have operated differently this offseason, your gut feeling, will they operate differently this draft?
I mean, I don't know that I buy that they're moving up to 6 for Sonny Styles. I would be kind of shocked if they were truly that telegraphed, 8 days away. But I definitely buy that they're moving up because you've got multiple insiders across multiple networks of varying degrees of insiderness, if you will, who are reporting this, right? And they're being connected to all the top-ranked prospects. It makes sense logically for them. Last week it was Peter Schrager talking about Caleb Downs. This week it's everybody and their neighbor talking about Sonny Styles. I'm sure by next week we'll be talking about how Arvell Reese is a legitimate possibility for them, that they could really climb that high, that he could fall to 3 and they could jump up with Arizona and pull it off. Again, you're talking about people all over the spectrum who are hearing wind of this. Now, it could be wind from the Cleveland side, right? Like maybe Cleveland just wants to drum up the price for number 6 overall, and they, like a lot of players do when they're in free agency, are weaponizing the Cowboys' name to drum up interest and attention and narrative. But I definitely believe that they're going to move differently. That's not to say, like, watch out, here it comes. Their own race for safe is on. But I do think that they are going to, get a little bit more uncomfortable than they've been in the past.
Well, I sure hope so. I really do. I'd like to see them take a swing and if you miss, you miss, but at least take a swing and see what happens. The other thing that Steven said yesterday, RJ, that I thought was interesting, he was asked a question and surprisingly answered it. There had been nobody calling about George Pickens. I was kind of surprised by that. I'm wondering why he chose that, because typically Steven says, I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff.
I don't like to make it a practice of calling anybody a liar. I like to take everyone at their word. I think this may be a white lie, maybe a fib, right? Like, because you would be dumb if you were an NFL team in need of a receiver and you hadn't at least called, right? You hadn't, and maybe call is defined differently, but I think the Cowboys, to Jason's point, would be not necessarily doing a proper job if they hadn't checked in on the market for Pickens. Obviously, the non-exclusive tag was placed on him. And I do think that you at least have to make those calls now, because next week is your last opportunity to trade him. And I'm against trading him, to be very clear. But if you want to explore it, if it is something that you legitimately want to entertain, this is it. Because once the 2026 draft is over, nobody's trading for a dude who's on a franchise tag that, X, Y, and Z. We all understand the situation there. Even though the Cowboys themselves traded for Pickens after the draft a year ago, he wasn't on the tag. So I don't necessarily believe Steven. I think maybe, this is a semantics game and a gamesmanship game, because right now everybody's playing it so coy.
I agree with and again, the tag that he's on, but the cost of getting George Pickens is high. So anybody that is calling is also willing to sign him to a deal. I don't think any team executes a trade for George Pickens on the tag and gives up what the Cowboys would want unless they knew they were getting a long-term deal. And Pickens is available to talk to those teams and his agent to see if a deal could get worked out. And we're not hearing any of that. I thought the answer was really for David Mulligetta. The value you have for your wide receiver isn't the value the league is willing to pay. And I think that was just a message to Mulligetta.
Yeah, I mean, and if so, that would be respect. I mean, that would be cool. Like, it's not often that the Cowboys actually pull off the James Bond, super chill, super debonair sort of thing. This would have been Stephen Jones doing that. I'm with you. I don't anticipate something happening here. The comp from a situation standpoint, not player standpoint, has always been A.J. Brown for George Pickens. That was the situation I counted to last year when I argued that they should have paid him right after trading for him. Well, A.J. Brown initially was dealt to the Eagles during the first round of the NFL draft back in 2022. So there's no reason to say it couldn't happen. And in that respect, you would be hoping for Carnell Tate to go early, for Jordan Tyson to go early, for somebody like the Baltimore Ravens who was really in need of that receiver spot to say, man, we got wiped out. We don't have any option. And the assets that Dallas is interested in are about to be gone unless we trade them to them right now. I think that's the only way this truly happens.
Well, it's going to be a fascinating draft, I think, from a Cowboys perspective for sure, just because of the smoke that's out there and the fact that they do have 2 first-round picks. I'm looking forward to this draft, I think, more so than I have others, even though I like the others too. I just believe the Cowboys are going to make that splash. My gut tells me they're going to move up. Jerry's just acting so different that I think he's going to continue that when we get into the draft.
Yeah, I mean, they've all been acting differently. Again, I recognize that more than a lot of people that, saying same old is fair. But they had not been the same old Cowboys. The Jalen Thompson deal that they handed out in free agency, it got lost in the fact that they didn't jump on the Max Crosby deal after everything that happened between the Raiders and the Ravens. But that was the biggest deal they get in free agency since Brandon Carr. And I don't say that again to say, guys, give them their credit, give them their props. Like, they're really turning this operation and this whole ship around. But from a factual and objective standpoint, it was operating differently than they have in the past. So to that point, they haven't had multiple first-round picks in NFL draft in, 18 years now? I mean, you're talking about a literal whole generation ago. So it will be fascinating to see if they sit and pick, if they move around, if they get back into the first round, if they trade out, if they acquire future draft capital. They have a lot of options at their disposal.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com with us here on the Blitz. RJ, I was reading on bloggingtheboys.com today about Brandon Aubrey. Quite frankly, I'd kind of forgotten about what was going on with the kicker because he's a kicker. Well, there's a deadline coming up Friday that if he doesn't get an offer from another team by Friday, he will be a Cowboy. So then the option is he's going to play for less money than supposedly what the Cowboys offered, or he could hold out. Any other rumblings around Brandon Aubrey that you've been hearing that we've all been ignoring because, well, he's a kicker?
It feels like Brandon Aubrey has reached little Kellen Moore territory in Jason Minix's outlook. So all respect to Brandon and Kellen. That being said, Brandon is stuck. I mean, this is a situation where the Cowboys are playing it well, mostly because the game is rigged. I'm not really giving the Cowboys any credit here, but the matter in which Brandon Aubrey entered the NFL, that it led to him becoming a restricted free agent, that he was tendered, that he plays, the position of kicker, and so the tender amount is exorbitant to his position relative to, say, TJ Bass, who the Cowboys placed the identical tender on. Guards are obviously paid very different money. I think Brandon Aubrey is stuck, and unless he wants to accept a long-term deal that is south of what he believes he deserves, just in the name of stability and long-term job security, I think he is fully intent on riding it out and entering true and actual free agency next year. And good for him at that point. I mean, I know a lot of people feel like he had a shaky end to last season, so he's truly betting on himself in a way that only Dak Prescott was prepared to do so relative to the recent contract disputes we've seen.
And I hear you, RJ, and I respect that answer. But look, nobody's going to pay Brandon Aubrey $10 million a year. I don't care who it is. So, I mean, to me, if the Cowboys truly offered him $7 million a year on a 3-year deal or whatever it was, to me, he's just dumb to not take that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've all been hot-headed at times, right, in personal life, and well, you guys never have in your professional lives. I can say that, faux show. But we all made decisions that were brash and that were maybe born of passion. And to your point, Joe, maybe a cooler head will prevail because I generally roll my eyes at the idea that, CeeDee Lamb playing for the Cowboys is so much more valuable than if you were playing for the Jaguars because the most famous professional athlete in the NFL plays in the Midwest in Kansas City. However, at the position of kicker, dude, I mean, well, their kicker's pretty famous too, although I would imagine for reasons that Brandon Aubrey doesn't want to be. But that being said, I mean, Brandon Aubrey's, situation right now is one that most kickers immediately trade lives with. So you're right, Joe. Maybe he'll realize, hey, look, we gave it a shot. There were low odds that we were going to win this thing the way we wanted to. So let's take the deal and let's call it a day.
$5.8 million is what he'll make this year on the tender, right? But he could also hold out. Now, I don't expect him to hold out because that's still a hell of a raise from what he had last year and what he's made in his NFL career. But also, is that original offer that the Cowboys supposedly made still on the table?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, it is only depreciating in value, right? Like, even though he didn't sign it, it is still effectively a car that was driven off the lot. And to your point also, 5.8 is not only a hell of a raise relative to what he was making, again, because of the position, it's not that far off from the top of the market. That was my point about TJ Bass. Like, you place that tender on him, it's nowhere near the top of the market. But that just given the nature of how kickers are paid in the NFL, even the ones who get the bag, he's not that far off from it as it stands. He's already like the third highest paid kicker in the league.
I know that kind of salary might pay for what you spent at the gift shop there at the Masters.
Hey,
nice
I had a great
flex
time
on all your videos this week. Every one with a different Masters polo and hat. A subtle flex by you. I was impressed.
A subtle flex.
I knew the people who had an appreciation for fine details in life like yourself would notice, but I knew the cavemen, it would just soar right over their heads. But as I understand it, you guys, or at least one of you, was in communication for getting something. So I hope that it worked out and that you got what you wanted.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know yet. I feel pretty good about it, though. I've got to ask.
What did you pick? Did you get the pimento cheese?
Egg salad.
No, I never eat
you
egg
got?
salad. Are you
No, the
kidding
egg
me?
salad hat. The hat that said egg
Yeah,
salad.
the hat.
No. I want a caddy hat is what I want. The ones the caddies wear.
Well, you can't get those.
I'm
You
just
can't
saying.
get that.
Yeah, that's what I
You
wanted.
can
That's
get
what I
something
want.
close. So you want the green hat. You want
Yeah.
the green hat with the Masters logo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
That was
that's
possible.
Kinda,
I wanted
hope you got it.
The black hat with the Masters logo. I think you've got 3 of them, so just send one.
Look, I actually have gotten Jason something from the Masters before. So I mean, I've already literally done that. So
You have.
this was a
you could
this was
again.
a bit of a
annual trip.
This was a last second thing.
Uh-huh.
And I also got to go to Berkman's as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm putting in some overtime basically.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting week to say the least.
All right, real quick, RJ, before we let you go, I got to ask you, our poll on our Sports Star YouTube page is, what's your priority for next Tuesday? Spurs game 2 or Nyosa? If you lived in San Antonio, what would your priority be?
I did live in San Antonio for about a decade, and I was not someone who, not that I didn't have a deep appreciation for Fiesta and all of its accompanying festivities, but that was never my scene. David Chancellor used to speak about it with great passion, and I know you guys have as well. So I would definitely say Spurs playoff game, and in that respect, I think Don Harris had one of the best tweets I've seen in recent memory, talking about how there's free coffee in the mornings now, you're checking your phone at Fiesta with your chicken on a stick in your other hand. It's just nice to have that kind of part of life back. It feels like order has been restored. So with all due respect to the Nyosa goers, I don't think this is much of a debate.
Well, and our viewers agree with you. Right now, at least, 86% to 14%, Spurs game 2. So you're right there with the masses, RJ.
Don't know ball.
You're right there in
Well,
the masses.
what do you guys think? What are your answers?
Oh, I'm always
Game
Spurs
2.
game 2,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, game 2.
Yeah, you guys are going to be there in your luxury seats, making fun of me going to the Masters Pro Shop. I mean, so let's calm down a little bit here. Let's come back down to earth and look at it.
Good stuff. Appreciate you, RJ.
Thanks, RJ.
O'Doyle rules. Later.
RJ Ochoa. Follow him on all the socials at RJ Ochoa. Read him at bloggingtheboys.com. Like all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
Looking forward to the draft a week from tomorrow. Will be round number 1 of the NFL draft, and we'll answer all these questions that we have at the moment right now. Coming up, we're going to answer a question about the nation's public bathrooms. Are they broken? That is the question of the day. We will discuss that topic when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
First, though, let me tell you about Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need your logo on any kind of gear or any kind of promotional item, you need to go see Sam. Golf shirts, fishing shirts, dress shirts. Sam has all the big-name brands like North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, even now carrying a full line of Tommy Bahama. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, just waiting for your logo. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. And if you need uniforms, he has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries, restaurant, construction, schools, leagues, medical, and more. And if you are running a business, Sam does more than just uniforms. His sign shop can do signs, banners, flags, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, so much more. Sammy's Embroidery Printing. Nobody has better prices. He's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. So call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, right there across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinagle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs will take on the Portland Trailblazers in the first round Sunday night, 8 o'clock inside the Frost Bank Center. Blazers earned their way in by defeating the Suns in Phoenix last night, 114-110. Now the Suns still alive. They await the winner of tonight's Warriors-Clippers game at 9 o'clock in Los Angeles, with the winner going on to face the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hornets held off Miami last night in overtime.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you're having a good Wednesday afternoon.
Guess what day it is?
It's Hump Day.
Hump
Gerald,
day?
what's his name? Gerald?
Caleb.
Clarence? Caleb?
Christopher.
I hope you're having a good one. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And it's a good day. It's just a good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Great day.
In so many ways. Just a good day. Even though it is tax day, I hope everybody is not depressed about that.
Well, why would you bring that up?
Well, I'm just saying because it is tax day, is it not? You think people forgot? No.
Well, if you've already done your taxes, you're not worried about it being tax day.
Well, then you're not worried about me saying it's tax day.
If you're waiting for it today, you've probably filed for an extension.
You probably have, although I guarantee you, because we used to do this story all the time at Ken's 5, they'll have cameras at the mailbox at midnight because it's got to be postmarked by midnight, and there will be a line of people mailing their tax returns off at that point.
Do they still do that? Like, will it be busy over on Perrin Beidel tonight at the post office?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't it all kind of electronic at this point?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Are you going to watch the 10 o'clock news to see?
No,
I didn't think so.
I won't be watching that. I'll be watching Golden State and the Clippers is what I'll be doing at that point in time. You know, it's funny because speaking of that, there was a report that Clippers expect number 2 to play tonight.
Well, of course.
What the hell is wrong with that guy?
I mean, do you really have to ask that question?
Holy cow.
He might have some trees to plant.
Well, that or he's just got a few screws loose. I don't know. And maybe all of the above. Dude, can you imagine having a superstar that may play? He might not. I don't know. It depends on how Kawhi feels today.
Is it
maybe
not
he's got a
Is it not a day that ends in Y?
It's just unbelievable.
Always.
Unbelievable.
Always that way.
So happy that dude's not here.
Our poll question on the video, is it available now at sasportstar.com? I think it is.
It
you
is.
Go there, and then you can vote in the poll question about your priority for Tuesday now that the schedule is set. Game 2 or Nyosa?
It's a runaway right now.
80-20.
Yeah.
So Nyosa types are coming in. I saw Ben Briseno says, well, Nyosa opens at 5:30. And by 8, he'll be at the bar watching the game.
At the Fairmont.
Yeah. Which, now first off, Ben, this show does not end until 6.
So it'd be hard for Jason and I to get there at 5:30.
Well, and I don't think Ben should be allowed to be there at 5:30. He should wait outside the gates listening to that day's Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source, until we're done at 6, and then he can go into the gates.
Well,
but the game starts at 7, doesn't it?
I think he ought to. No.
Game
Tuesday?
2?
Is it 7 o'clock? I don't know the answer to that. We can find that out really quick, though. I thought it was another late game, in fact. What the good news is, because I was complaining yesterday, the NBA heard me, or one of the channels did. The Game 4 in Portland is at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
They heard me.
They heard you.
They heard me.
They heard you.
My voice was heard.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Silver, or Mr. ABC, or whoever the hell has the game. It's awesome. Good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I think Game 2, what I'm looking at, says 8 o'clock Eastern. So
all right,
that's 7 o'clock here.
Wow, well, that's good. Now, there's also another comment on our YouTube page by Michael. Says they put the game up in the old CPS building, so you can watch while you're at Nyosa.
I mean,
now I don't know. I've never seen that. I don't know.
They used to.
Taking his word for it.
Will they again? But also, if you're at Nyosa and you've got plenty of stacked cups, you're not going to see the game.
Well, I'd be watching on my phone.
You can't watch on the phone at Nyosa.
Why not?
Because then you're going to run into the back of people. I mean, it's nut to butt throughout that whole thing. I mean, you're not. You can't be looking at your phone. You can't. It's too crowded.
I'll find a spot.
Just saying.
On my couch. Or at the Frost Bank Center,
exactly.
One of the two. I will find a spot.
You know, speaking of people griping a lot, we found something today that could be a whole new career for Joe Reinagle. I mean, this really, and again, when you see a good idea, steal it, because this guy stole it from somewhere. Let's talk about it on the Headline.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
So there is a guy named Matt Regal.
Regal?
R-E-I-G-L-E. It's kind of close to Reinagle.
It's kind of close. I mean, yeah.
You know, he's got what he calls his weekly gripe report on Outkick. And today, Reinagle sends me this article, and the headline, "The nation's public bathrooms are broken, and here are the top things that need fixing." And I read this whole thing, and there's no solutions at all. It's just bitching about public bathrooms.
Well, I think
which sounds like Joe Reinagle.
I think what he's saying is we just need to go back to the old school way. I'm in the airport the other day in St. Louis. You go in the bathroom, and instead of like regular faucets, you look up on the wall, and it tells you there's water, soap, dryer.
Okay.
And it's just right there written, and you stick your hand under there to get water and soap, and then you dry it on the – and I'm like, come on.
Well, what do you mean, come on?
Well, first of all, I don't need to think that much when I'm in the bathroom.
You don't have to think because it says.
I'm just saying.
You're not guessing.
It
says water.
I have to think. And some people that can't read, you got to look at the little symbol.
Okay. So they got words and symbols.
Words and symbols.
And your problem with that is what?
I'd rather turn the water on.
You see, you would bitch about that because somebody would have, I don't know, left it running, or it'd be grimy, or you got to touch something that somebody else has touched. That's why they go touchless.
Well, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I'm washing my hands. That doesn't bother me.
But if you wash your hands and then you touch the dirty faucet.
Dude, we've been doing it for years.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm still here.
Somehow.
I'm still here. No, I got no problem.
Mm-hmm.
The other problem I have with bathrooms are these stupid blow dryers.
Uh-huh.
They're just dumb. Do they ever dry your hands completely?
No.
Never.
No.
And it's just
and they're blowing crap all over.
Well, exactly.
You've seen those stories.
Yes.
Yeah. Paper towels far better.
Paper towels. Come on.
But you just wave your hand in front of it. And then when it doesn't give you paper, you get really mad and you're waving and you're waving and you're waving. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you get all angry at it.
It's just like, I want to get the hell out of there.
Uh-huh.
Because usually it stinks, especially in an airport. A lot of people in there sitting on the pot. It's crazy how that works. Unbelievable. So I agree with this. And this should be a topic weekly. Why don't you sell that, Minix?
The weekly gripe report.
The weekly gripe report. Somebody will buy that.
If you own a business and you would like to sponsor Reinagle's weekly gripe report.
Yes, or we'll call it something
We'll call it
fancy,
something else.
Reinagle's rants.
That's
no, it's because it's not really a rant, because that could be almost anything. It's
got to be a complaint.
You know, the daily bitch from Joe Reinagle.
The get off my lawn report. I don't know, something. Just saying, throwing it out there.
All right, let us know. Get off my lawn. It would be we'll do that.
Yes.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You never get rid of me, kid.
I know. Because people like to bitch about everything.
Of course.
You know, it wasn't that long ago that Joe Reinagle shared his experiences here on this radio show about his first time using the online app to order food. And they got his order wrong. In his favor, they gave him 2 T's instead of 1, and he stole it. There's still a debate whether he should have taken that additional tea.
Well, who was going to take it? I mean, it was just sitting there.
It was just sitting there.
It was just sitting
But
there.
had they gotten that order wrong, you know what the bitch fest would have been like.
Well, that happened to me at Whataburger.
And then it happened at Whataburger.
And I hear that my the Chick-fil-A that I like is reopened after a remodel, so I don't have to go to that crappy Whataburger anymore.
The Whataburger, in fact, they gave him a chicken sandwich instead of the Whataburger that he wanted.
With some nasty sauce.
Arch sauce.
I don't. If that's arch sauce, it's awful. I'm just saying.
So
that wasn't arch sauce. It was somebody's sauce. It wasn't Arch's.
Well, then that's it. I mean, but the reality, Joe has found something at the Whataburger menu he does not like.
No.
And he didn't order it, and he got it, but he still ate it.
Well, I was hungry. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Again, you got fed. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, but it was awful.
But if you would have actually been in that store, as opposed to opening it up in the office and realizing they messed up your order, your meltdown would have been like this lady down in Florida who ordered a Subway sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Online.
And it had peppers on it. And she saw the peppers, and she had a meltdown because she said she didn't order peppers. The lady at Subway said, it's exactly how you ordered it online. I'm not giving you a free sandwich, not changing it out. So the lady went berserk in the store. She grabbed all the cookies and threw them on the floor, which is a crime in of itself, and she goes ballistic. And in the police report, they said she was actually using rewards points. It was a free sandwich.
It was, but she earned those reward points.
Yes.
It's not like they gave them to her.
If Subway's wrong here, they should have just remade the sandwich.
Yes, they should have.
But if on the online order ticket it said that she forgot to say no peppers, is that Subway's fault? The sandwich was made to order.
Did it say that?
It did.
Okay.
Did you read it?
Well, half
Sorta.
of it. Yeah.
Joe would have had a meltdown.
I mean, come on. Customer service says just make another sandwich. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Would have been just fine.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're all worried about robots taking over the world.
Uh-huh.
There's a very bizarre story out of Uganda.
Yeah.
A civil war has broken out amongst chimpanzees.
Yes. That's the craziest thing, and I've seen that story on various news programs over the last day or two. But apparently there's two different kinds of chimpanzees there, and they don't like each other. And there's a civil war going on.
Well, see, they've been coexisting for a while, but now they're not. And apparently it's not uncommon in the chimpanzee world for there to be a handful of fights to the death over various things. But apparently it's gotten out of control.
Apparently so. I mean, they're killing each other.
They're now killing each other.
Well,
and they've been studying this for years and have noticed this. They can't figure out why, but
who the hell's been studying this? And who's paying for that? I mean, seriously.
Ryan Eagles rant.
Can I have that job? What do you do, Joe? Well, I watch chimpanzees fight. That's my job.
Well, I mean, actually, that sounds morbidly fun.
Well, it kind of does, but I'm just saying, and you get paid for it.
Well, sure. Well, you're a scientist.
So what? Let's see. You know, that chimpanzee threw a hook with his left and not his right.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
can't we just leave the chimpanzees alone and let them just live in nature? And if they have a little disagreement, they'll settle it themselves.
Well, they are settling it themselves, but we're studying it. We're trying to learn from them, and apparently they all don't get along either.
Well, apparently not. And then
is it blue? Is it red?
They were trying to compare it to like human civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how we are now. And in some respects, they're right. I don't know. So.
And Ryan Engel's favorite article of the day we'll get into coming up because there's a lot to dive into. The Live Tour apparently falling apart.
Oh, life is such a good day. It is such a good day. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the Sporting News has named who their coach of the year is in the NBA. Spurs fans won't be happy about that. Plus, there's another poll out. We have a poll. Lots of people have polls. Media Members League Insiders about, the best players in the NBA and some of the awards that will be upcoming. I don't know, when is the deadline for voting on that? Because I heard Rachel Nichols today, and she hasn't turned in her ballot yet.
I thought it was supposed to be yesterday, but I think there was an extension while they review whether Luka is eligible or not.
That could very well be. And so when is that supposed to happen?
Well, before the playoffs begin on Saturday.
Well, I would think so. All right. Well, we'll talk about that and more chimpanzees and bad sandwich making. Who knows? This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're looking for TRT that's flexible for your lifestyle, your budget, you need to get into Synergenics and Low T Center, where you can choose between testosterone shots, pills, get your treatment in the clinic, or have your testosterone shipped to your door for where you do it yourself at home. You can choose self-pay or use your insurance coverage for the payment option that works best for you. And right now, Synergenics and Low T Center, they're offering new treatment options as well, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido-boosting peptide, new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. At Synergenics and Low T Center, they provide testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. When hormones are imbalanced, you can feel fatigue, have low sex drive, mood changes, body changes. Balancing your hormones means living a better, healthier life. Testosterone, very important for women too, helps boost energy, confidence, drive, and more. Doses for women are very careful so they can help you meet your goals. Want to explore treatment options that work with your lifestyle and budget? Book your free T-test now at lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's Dan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th. So text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day out there, whatever you're doing. However you're doing it, thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and you said you had a little news?
Yeah, I mean, it affects all of us that go to any kind of game or concert, and I know a lot of people right now trying to find tickets through the first 2 Spurs playoff games, and you know, especially on the secondary market, and everybody bitches about fees, right? All the additional fees. That's why you call John at Awesome Tickets.
Exactly.
A jury in New York has just found that Live Nation and its Ticketmaster subsidiary had a harmful monopoly over big concert venues, dealing the company a loss in a lawsuit over claims brought by dozens of U.S. states. This was happening in a Manhattan courtroom. The federal jury has been deliberating for 4 days. And it's interesting because I don't know what the punishment is going to be other than a bunch of fines and maybe the way they have to do business. The verdict could cost Live Nation and Ticketmaster hundreds of millions of dollars just for the $1.72 per ticket that the jury found Ticketmaster had overcharged consumers in 22 states.
$1.72.
And I'm thinking, I'd have paid that without complaining.
Well, how did they come up with $1.72?
Well, because that was just one of the convenience fees that apparently they were charging in all these states. But I think part of it, Live Nation owns a lot of the venues, and their contracts with a lot of the performers and whatnot is the monopoly. Ticketmaster, this is crazy, controls 86% of the market for concerts and 73% of the overall market when sports events are included.
Wow. Well, I mean, geez.
I honestly, other than Live Nation just suffered a major loss today in a courtroom, I'm sure they'll appeal it. I don't know how it affects us, but we all hate all those fees, especially when you think you're getting a deal and you get to checkout and it's, 40% more than what you thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
And I don't know if this is good or bad for us, because if they lose this, aren't they just going to find other ways to make up that revenue?
I'm sure they will somehow, some way, but it won't be from fees, I wouldn't think. There's got to be some kind of controls on that. But again, call John at Awesome Tickets. I don't remember the last time I bought tickets to anything without calling John.
I mean, and for me, if I get them face value when something goes on sale, which is rare, I get them from John because I know I'm going to get exactly what I want, where I want, and
no fees.
No fees.
Yeah.
So when he says this is the price, that's the price, and then or he can always find deals. Kind of like we're going to see Bruce Springsteen in Atlanta, far cheaper than Austin.
Dude, you're going to Magic City.
Well, that's true.
Okay, come on. Springsteen, you may get there.
There's lemon pepper wings that I got to go get.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's wings, all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I want a full report on that, by the way.
A full report?
A full report.
You want it written or do you just want pictures?
Just pictures. I'm
then
the guy,
I don't think I'll be allowed to take any.
I'm the guy that doesn't like to read.
Trust
just look
me,
at the pictures.
We all understand that. See that new Sydney Sweeney story?
Oh, geez. Yes, I did.
Squirrel.
She's got brand new blue jean commercial out. Although
she's advertising jeans, huh?
Well, shorts, jean shorts,
jorts,
just shorts.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're that short, honestly, but that girl, I mean,
she can't even talk.
She's on fire. Her career is simply on fire. It really is. I told you this, right? We watched the Housemaid or whatever the hell that movie's called.
You've watched it twice now, huh?
No, I haven't. It was only once. I don't think I'm allowed to watch it anymore.
So when Maggie's not home, that's your go-to?
Maybe.
Were you making noises during the movie or something?
Just a certain part of it. Although I don't know. I think hell, Maggie probably thought the dude in there was good-looking guy too. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. It's a good movie. I just
can't believe how frustrated you sound just thinking about Sydney Sweeney.
It's the good frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a word out.
No, come on.
I mean, all of a sudden your mouth doesn't work.
What? Well,
he's hoping hers will.
Oh my gosh! Why, Pledge? Why would I hope that?
Friendly conversation, sir.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
I mean, like her or not, honestly, she might be the hottest actress on the planet. I don't mean looks wise.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't.
Well, you can mean both.
Well, I could, but
yeah.
I'm just that in that particular comment.
Yeah,
it was more about her career.
Mm-hmm.
She's yeah.
You okay?
I'm good.
Need a minute?
No, I'm fine.
You want to talk Spurs?
Do we have to?
You need a break?
No, I don't need a break. Let's do. We'll talk some Spurs.
He's been going for a couple of minutes.
You got to run down the hall.
Maybe.
So, as we wait for postseason awards, in the spirit of Sydney Sweeney, best in show, who's the best player in the NBA?
Is there really even a contest at this point in time? And it's going to piss some people off. It's Joker. Joker is the best player on the planet right now. There's
he is.
No disrespect to Shea or Wemby or anybody else. But he's the best player on the planet.
But can we say he's the best player on the planet and still not win MVP?
Well, he's not going to. I don't think he's going to. I think it's wrapped up. I think SGA is going to win it. I mean, I would be shocked if anybody else wins it. And I think it will be closer, maybe, perhaps, than we thought maybe a month or two ago. I think Wemby's going to be right there, but I think SGA wins this thing. Now, if I had a vote, I'd give it to Jokic. I don't have a vote, however. So, I mean, who would you give it to if you had a vote, Minix?
SGA.
Okay.
He's MVP.
Pledge?
MVP?
Yes.
Jokic.
He's the best player on the planet right now.
Although, I don't know, just seeing some of the voters that have already made their vote public, I'm not going to be surprised if Wemby actually ends up with this thing.
MVP?
Yes.
I will be surprised.
I mean, reading that Kevin O'Connor Yahoo article the other day, and as deep as he went, and he said, thought it was going to be SJ all along, he voted for Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many others will do that. Obviously, Wemby's going to be a runaway defensive player of the year. The drama, I think, really outside of MVP is Keldon going to win Sixth Man of the Year? I saw some sort of tracking where he had more first place votes, but wasn't in the overall lead in the points category.
Wow.
And I know I said Monday when you were out, my vote, if I had one, for Coach of the Year would be Joe Mazzulla. Although I do think J.B. Bickerstaff probably ends up winning it, although Sporting News said Coach of the Year, Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, he's got it. But it's funny, their headline is that he's our pick even though he doesn't want it.
He doesn't. We talked about that the other day.
Okay, well, he may get it. And look, it's hard to argue that he doesn't deserve it. He kept that team together when their best player went down. That's why a lot of people think that Jaylen Brown deserves some MVP consideration, just because he kind of held that team together. But we're just talking about media writers and league insiders, and talking about the best player on the planet. And I don't know, maybe that should have been our poll today. But I think everybody would have voted Wemby just because that's what we do here in San Antonio. But if you look at this from an outside perspective,
you mean objectively?
Objectively,
you don't think Spurs fans would be objective?
I do not. No, I do not. And you've Joker's the best player on the planet right now. Now, I fully expect Wemby to overtake him at some point in time, and it will be Wemby's league. But I think at this point in time, Joker is the best player on the planet. So that's how I feel.
You all right?
I'm good.
Good.
It's mock draft season. Did you know that?
No.
Wow. We haven't talked about that.
What is a mock draft?
And did you know? Did you know that Troy Aikman almost played for a hated arch rival?
He did not.
Well, that's the story
he had an
tells.
opportunity.
He had an opportunity.
It was not an almost.
Almost. I think it was close. He was in the stadium.
Wrong one.
We'll talk about it, tell you what we are talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And it's because we love football, all kinds of football, and what a sporting weekend you could have. You know, the Silver and Black play on Sunday, game one. So your Saturday afternoon, free. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you need to be at Freeman Coliseum and watch the San Antonio Gunslingers take on the Vegas Nighthawks, the defending IFL champions. Gunslinger football, explosive indoor football action, high scoring, thrilling, big hits, crazy catches, full contact. It's a lot of fun. Little football, little hockey, little NASCAR combined into one. Love watching indoor football. Great for the entire family because kids love it. Obviously, the game day atmosphere is incredible, and you're watching football, and it's indoors. So if it's hot, no biggie. If it's raining, no biggie. You're inside at Freeman Coliseum, and they do a great job down there with their game day atmosphere. Again, Saturday's game is at 4 o'clock as they take on the Vegas Nighthawks. Get your tickets at SanAntonioGunslingers.com. Single game tickets, full season tickets are available. The Gunslingers, you're number 6 for those guys. That's your hometown team. Pack Freeman Coliseum on Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock kickoff against Vegas. Get your tickets now, SanAntonioGunslingers.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
2 more play-in games, get a little more advancement into the NBA playoffs coming up.
And we're just under a week from the NFL draft, and word around the Star is the Cowboys want to move up. We'll talk about how they're going to do it and get you started for a full day of fun. But you got to get here at 6. That's when the party starts.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and blog channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for, and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $50 off select Glock firearms through April 19th. Academy, fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Every day you wait, pain has one more day to take from you. If it's keeping you from work, workouts, sleep, or just feeling like yourself, it's time to fix it. At Arasti, we find the root cause and treat it. No pills, no surgery. Most patients feel better in just one visit. Covered by most insurance plans, visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM using bonus code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and you could receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Get into hockey, basketball, and more of your favorite sports with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Michigan, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Ontario, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or West Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Well, it's funny. You know, we were talking the last segment about who we thought was the best player on the planet, and Spurs fans on cue are making an argument, which is good. That's what the show is all about. It is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Omar says the best player on the planet. I said that on the offensive end only, but on both, who's the overall better player? Joker.
Again,
although
though,
he's not as good defensively as Wemby, I admit that. But what this guy can do offensively, he can assist, he rebounds. Dude set an NBA record in the history books for triple-doubles this year.
Led in rebounds and assists. I mean, the idea, and I know you're splitting hairs, and that's, if you're car shopping, which one do you like better, man, this model or that model, right? They're both really good, but which one is the one you want? Obviously, we're very partial to Wemby, but if you're trying to be objective. Now, and again, if I had a vote, I'd vote SGA. Defending champ, the 1 seed, everything they've done. Don't leave it to the scorecards, right? But if Wemby were to win, I maybe a little surprised, but I wouldn't be angry at it. And when he doesn't win, I'm not going to be angry at it.
Of course
now,
not.
If somehow this dude doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, I'll lose my mind.
Well,
but
there's no chance of that.
I mean, you say that.
There's no chance.
But we won all the awards.
Spit it out, Minix.
Well, what I was about to say would probably get me fired.
I see.
Mhm.
So you were thinking about it.
I was.
Okay, I got you.
was.
I got you.
Mhm.
Look, he's going to get that. Unfortunately for Mitch Johnson, who I think has done a spectacular job this year, I don't think he's going to win Coach of the Year. It looks like either Missoula or Bickerstaff will get that. I would love to see Mitch Johnson get that. I really would. But I think Keldon's going to win Sixth Man of the Year. I think when push comes to shove, he'll take that. And I think that's going to be great for him because I love the fact that he accepted that role willingly and has done a hell of a job there.
And what he wrote in the Players Tribune says a lot. And I guess this should be celebrated the way the Spurs did. But not only is Keldon going to win Sixth Man of the Year, dude played all 82 games. And Mitch Johnson, in acknowledging not only Keldon but Julian Champagnie, that the Spurs had 2 players play all 82 games. And when you hear this number of the total number of guys in the league that played all 82, it's kind of disappointing.
18 guys this year played 82 games. We're talking about 30 teams in the league, and we got 2 of them. That's a rare number. There's a lot of things that go into that. But you guys showed up to work every single day, no matter what else was going on. And that's a big part of a lot of this stuff that we got going on as well.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we acknowledge that. And Mr. Champagnie, one of 3 players to do it 2 seasons in a row.
Wow. And so, this whole thing's going on, and they get framed jerseys with 82 on it, nice little plaque. And at first when I saw them, I'm like, really, we're going to celebrate people that come to work every day? And then I hear that from Mitch Johnson, 18 players.
Yeah, 18.
Out of 30 teams.
Yeah. Look, I'm happy that they did that. These guys should be commended for coming to work every day and playing every game. And I think it's fantastic. And for Champagnie to do it 2 years in a row, I mean, that's impressive. In today's game, that is impressive.
I'm what's the word I'm looking for? If playing 65 games gets you qualified for a Supermax, shouldn't there be an automatic, I don't know, $8.2 million bonus if you play all 82 games?
I don't know about that.
Why?
Well,
why? If we're going to celebrate guys for playing every game and give them a framed jersey, don't you think $8.2 million, 82, get it, would look better in the bank account?
Well, I think
would that encourage more guys to try to go play?
Yeah, I wonder if it would.
A little bonus, Adam Silver, doesn't count against your salary cap, not a luxury tax deal, that we want to recognize and reward players that will show up for all 82.
That'd be nice. I would just like to see, guys show up for 75. I heard Kevin Durant actually played 75 games this year.
Yeah, 75, 77,
something like that. In that neighborhood. Look, I mean, I know I'm old school like this, but I agree with Charles Barkley. I mean, you're playing a game, and I know it's hard and there's injuries and all of that stuff, but this whole load management, rest, and all that crap is just that. It's crap. Come play. The guy's making $300 million.
Yep.
Go play ball.
Yep.
I mean, it's just.
But because they are making $300 million, they're overly protected. It's the good and the bad. I don't know.
I suppose. I mean, you see guys like Kawhi Leonard, who never plays. I mean, I don't know what he's averaged over the last 5 years. I bet it's sickening. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Although he did play a lot this year.
So I'm okay with the Spurs celebrating Keldon Johnson and Julian Champagnie for actually showing up and playing ball.
I agree with that. The mock draft season is almost over.
Almost. Thank goodness.
Almost.
Yeah.
The mock draft, the real draft, a week from tomorrow. Interesting today. And the one thing about all these different mock drafts, every team is probably doing something similar in their building right now. They're practicing, going through all the scenarios, and if this happens, we'll do this. And they're game planning. So in a lot of ways, as you read all these mock drafts, you realize teams are doing something similar. I don't know if they call each other like, hey, how was your mock draft on Tuesday? But I don't know that Brugler and Kuiper and McShay all get together and say, okay, who are you going to do this week? So it is a little surprising, but they are also talking to a lot of people, so maybe not surprising, that all three of them today had the Cowboys moving up with Cleveland to number 6. And taking the same player in Sonny Styles. And so you look at that and go, all right, well, what are they hearing that now all of them are coming to the same thing in their mock drafts?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of smoke. There really is. That's a lot of smoke. All three of those guys with the same exact thing. Look, I think the Cowboys, and you kind of heard it from Stephen Jones the other day about all the Ohio State football players that are available and how good they are and how surprised he was that they ever lost a game. Well, Sonny Styles was one of the best of those guys. And I think they are very interested in picking up a guy of that caliber, that talent, that can be a part of this football team for a long time to come. And not only a part of this football team, but the leader of your defense, perhaps. And so, in my mind, I think they really like him, and I think that either they're throwing that out there for these guys to think about and put out in the universe, or it is really something that they're thinking about doing.
Well, and again, if Dallas and Cleveland are having those kind of conversations, and you're hearing it from both Dallas and Cleveland reporters, although R.J. Ochoa from Blogging the Boys on with us earlier says in their network, their Browns guy was a little lukewarm on it. Moving to 6 seems a little bit more doable than the reports earlier in the mock season about getting to 3, because it seems like Cleveland is trying to get more picks. And this trade's, a little bit out of the comfort zone for the Cowboys, but not completely out of the comfort zone, especially if they truly are in a win-now mode and they're looking for that defensive star. And that is something that Louis Riddick said this morning on Get Up, that they would be getting, the Cowboys would, in a Sonny Styles.
Do you want the one great player, or do you want 2 good ones? That's sort of the way they'd be looking at it.
But I think, I mean, I get it. I understand that you kind of want more cracks at it, and maybe you feel as though you can kind of fill a couple more needs. Sonny is can't miss, though.
Yeah.
He's cannot miss. Let me say that again. He is cannot miss. When you get him, you know you're getting a great player. You're getting a great person. And that's exactly what they need on that side of the ball, where all we did was kill them last year, and deservedly so. This guy will change that.
And I think he's right. Although I have to disagree that there's no player that's a can't miss. I mean, there's always that possibility. But when you look at a guy like Sonny Styles and how good he played in college, and that entire defense for Ohio State, it was just fantastic. And so you look at this guy and the talent that he is, and I think that he's as close as you can get, I think, at this point in time to a can't-miss player.
And a green dot guy. And again, what Mike Greenberg was setting up there, you go back to when Jerry traded Micah, I could pay a lot of money for one guy, or I could use that money and get several. They've got picks 12 and 20. Do you trade those? Instead of 2, you're only getting 1, but the one you're getting, Louis Riddick calls a can't-miss guy.
Well, and they've gotten other players from that trade. So it's not just the one guy, but it is a guy that if they are in love with this guy, then I say go get it. Go get him. And the hell with, thinking about the future and whatever. If you like this guy and you think he's a difference maker, and I think he can be right away, because, look, they draft Sonny Styles. He's in the lineup day one.
Yep.
I mean, he's there. And so if you think he's the guy and he can be a difference maker, not only this year but for years to come, then I say the hell with 12 and 20. If that's what it costs you, you go get him.
Well, and again, if you give up 12 and 20, you get 6, and then you get 39, which Dane Brugler has in his 7-round mock draft, by the way, in The Athletic, has at the 39th overall pick, the Cowboys taking Traden Stukes, the defensive back out of Arizona, and then they get Romello Height, the edge rusher from Texas Tech, with pick number 92.
There you go.
I mean, and Chris McClellan in the 4th round, defensive lineman out of Missouri, a defensive back from Stephen F. Austin. I don't know anything about Charles Demings, but he's a 5th-round guy. And then they go offense with a guard from Oregon and a tight end from Baylor in the 5th round, and a defensive tackle in the 7th round, which clearly is depth. But I think if the Cowboys are able to move and get a 2nd and keep their 3rd-round pick, that would be a solid draft for the Cowboys.
Absolutely. And apparently they like Sonny Styles. I think that's pretty obvious. If again, you don't know who's throwing what out. Is it Cleveland throwing this out maybe to get more people involved? Is it Dallas throwing this out? Is it a combination of the two? I don't know. But it's interesting. And I say if the Cowboys like this guy as much as it appears they do, then the hell with it. Go get him.
Go get him.
And get it done and stop, worrying about whatever. Just go get it done. We've got you were talking about the Gunslingers a minute ago.
Yep.
Jason, we've got 2 4-packs we're giving away during this fine broadcast.
Nice.
We ought to give one of those away right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right
I think
now.
it's a perfect time to do that.
Well, in the spirit of the Cowboys right now with pick number 12, let's go with caller 12.
All right, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 12, you get a 4-pack to go see the Gunslingers. It's this Sunday, correct?
Saturday.
4 o'clock. This Saturday, Freeman Coliseum. So good luck. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Got to tell you about the Golf Club of Texas. All the golf that I was able to watch this past weekend, man, I cannot wait to get out and play golf. And it's going to be a perfect time. I know we've had a lot of rain, and you know what that means for us, the golfers? The golf course, the Golf Club of Texas, the golf course out there is going to be pristine. It is going to be fantastic. It's going to be plush. The grass is going to be green, all of that stuff. Look, it normally is anyway because they take such great care of that golf club. They've spent a ton of money improving that place that it looks like one of those schwanky country clubs. It's not, though. It's open to the public 7 days a week. So if you can't play on the weekend for whatever reason, hey, get out there on a Monday. Get out there on a Tuesday, a Thursday. It doesn't matter. Any day that ends in Y, you can head out to the Golf Club of Texas and play golf. But go hungry because they've got the 10 Cup Bar and Grill out there. The food is absolutely fantastic. Not only that, what I love about it, if you're going to go out there with your buddies or whatever and eat, that's one thing. You can take your family out there and eat. And it's a place where you're going to get a great meal, and it's not going to break the bank. Not to mention the fact they've got all kinds of beer choices out there, either on draft or in a bottle or can. They've got a full bar that you can enjoy. Any kind of cocktail that you want, they can take care of you. It's just a great place to go and enjoy the day. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the 10 Cup or around with your buddies, how about your next tournament? Yeah, go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Fiesta with NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabra Road. NAW has promos that know how to party. Use promo code BLITZ to get free install American-made real truck undercover, Ultraflex truck bed cover, and the Rough Country hard fold low profile bed cover or hard roll-up bed cover. Save money. Shop local with NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Family owned and operated since 1978 in the Big Red Building at 3027 Calabra or online at nawtruck.com. Viva Fiesta!
Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Tomorrow, the Blitz is taking over Novo Brewery. We're hosting the Business Networking International April Mixer. Food specials, drink specials, and your chance to network with business professionals across San Antonio. It's Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall tomorrow beginning at 2.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy.
4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots?
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Hornets held off the Miami Heat with a 127-126 win in overtime thanks to a LaMelo Ball game winner. Hornets will now get the loser of tonight's 7-8 matchup between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Orlando Magic in Philly at 6:30. That game, all the games on Amazon Prime. Multiple mock drafts with ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr., Underdog's Dane Brugler have the same guy.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Everybody's having a great hump day out there. It's been a pretty good day, I would say. Other than that Sports Center, it hasn't been bad at all. But happy you're with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. You having a good hump day?
They're always having a good hump day.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. It's the best day of the week. Certainly one of them.
Well,
it ends in Y.
Exactly. You woke up today, didn't you?
I did. I did. Woke up today. Got a little, a couple of hairs cut.
What?
Yeah, a little haircut today. It's awesome. Good day. Needed it too. It was sticking out all over the place.
Your hair hasn't changed in 40
I'm
years.
just saying. Well, you still got to get it cut. I mean, it gets thick and
you.
I know a lot of guys my age don't have that problem, Minix. So a lot of guys your age do.
What are you saying there, sir?
Nothing. I'm just making a statement.
I mean, we were told not to talk about that.
Oh, I
by
was
somebody
talking,
here in the office.
I was talking about you.
Oh, you were talking about me.
I was talking about you.
Ah, yeah.
But
no.
I forgot. That's just your tribute to Manu Ginobili.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Absolutely.
There was a funny story, though, earlier today.
A really funny story.
Uh-huh.
A really funny story that we were told that we're not allowed to talk about. Because somebody that we work with, somebody in their life, was thinking they were having a hair crisis.
True.
Turns out they're not.
Well, yeah, we found that out. Just need a little medication. Yes, just a little medication. We won't mention names.
No.
At all.
None. No.
Because we were told not to talk about this on the air.
Yes.
So we won't.
But it is pretty funny.
I think
too. But then we also learned another term that we probably can't say on the radio either for moobs. I've not heard. I've not heard that term before.
I'm going to use that.
I don't know that you can.
Well, not on the radio.
Oh, okay, good. Because it's funny as hell.
In just
yes,
regular,
guy talk.
Yes,
because I've always used moobs to describe man boobs, but I heard a new one today that is just hilarious.
Yes.
And when it was said to us, we both looked at it. What did you just say?
It was funny. I think we LOL'd first.
We did.
And then we said, what? Wait a minute. What did you say? So. But
how about them Cowboys?
It was a crisis that was averted because there is no crisis. So that's good.
Look, it's starting. It is starting.
It is?
Obviously.
Well, probably so.
Obviously.
But that's a good wife trying to convince her husband that everything is fine. And she still loves him and he looks great to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters. Right? Am I going too far there?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to this is honey, am I getting a bald spot back here? Is it? No, it looks fine. It is almost like, when she says, do I look fat in this? Right? There's only one answer you can give.
Absolutely not, honey. You're gorgeous.
Only one answer you can give.
Yes. That's it.
Right?
Of course.
Yes.
Got to know what to do, I guess. Got to know what to do. I was trying to say, just to finish myself, all three of those mock drafts that I was talking about in Sports Center, have the Cowboys doing the same thing for the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is what?
Well, trading down.
To get who?
Sonny Styles.
See, if it wasn't so damn wordy, you could have said they got them all trying to get Sonny Styles.
I could have said, I tell you what.
All of it, man. You're just trying to be all creative writing and.
I had no idea how fast 40 seconds goes.
That's so not true.
Well.
That is so not true.
For me, it's a long time. I'm just saying. for some others, it's not so much.
Well, I mean, at least you can go long in something.
Yes, and I did. It's all good. And the draft, by the way, is a week from tomorrow. First round of the draft. And, of course, it will continue through the weekend. But with all the talk, I can't wait to see what actually happens. Because there's going to be a surprise or two. There always is. I guess the last real surprise was the Texans doing what they did a couple of years ago. It's been longer than that now, hasn't it? 2 or 3 years? Yeah. So with C.J. Stroud and then coming right back. And but there's got to be. There's just too many good players in this draft, especially defensively, that I think there's going to be a surprise or two.
Well, and I think therein lies kind of the problem. It's a relatively weak draft at the positions that you would normally be taking in the top 10. When you've got a safety and you've got a running back that are, the best players, generally those are the types that don't go high. And so the value charts are going to be way off. You're not going up to get the edge rusher. You're not moving up to get a left tackle or a quarterback because the Raiders aren't going to trade away the number 1 pick. So there's no debate, any speculation whatsoever about Fernando Mendoza. So in to a degree, I don't think there's much of debate at number 2. So what does Arizona do at number 3? Who's moving up? Are they going to take somebody or are they going to trade? And then every day there's different stories. And today the big story is the Cowboys moving up to number 6 with Cleveland, where a couple of weeks ago it was the Cowboys moving up to number 3 and making a trade with Arizona. That's the beauty of it. And all these mock drafts, they're all worthless after that first big trade happens.
Well, you're absolutely right. And I don't know, how many mock drafts has Kuiper put out? 5, 6?
I don't know.
I mean, we need to start saving those because
they're online.
Obviously, things change. So I understand where he changes, and if he hears something, he's going to change it a little bit. But, I mean, putting out all those mock drafts, you're going to get pretty close, you would think, in one of them.
Well, and most of them are. But, again, that first trade, everything is off the board. I mean, New Orleans is the team most likely, and they're the ones that most consistently move up in drafts. Are they going to do that again this year? Chances are they will. The Cowboys typically don't, and we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, so the fact that so many people seem to be hearing about the Cowboys and moving up, which is complete opposite of what you would expect based on what Stephen Jones said yesterday, because the Cowboys don't like to call people for trades because it is always more expensive when you dial the phone as opposed to when you just pick it up when it's ringing.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if you want somebody and you see somebody down there. And I thought R.J. Ochoa, when he joined us here earlier in the show, talking about, look, if you do trade up, and for whatever reason, if you're after a Sonny Styles and he is drafted before you, there should still be another damn good player there at number 6 if that's what you choose to do. So I don't think the Cowboys can lose either way if that's what they choose to do, and if Cleveland is the team that is willing to dance with them.
Well, and again, I think it comes back to you want a damn good player, but you want a player that you love. Are you willing to go up and get that guy? And they'll probably have everything kind of pre-worked out. If this happens, this happens, this happens, and this player's there, this is what we're going to do. Or I don't know that they do that blindly. If the draft is completely opposite of what we think it's going to be, then, like, say, Jeremiah Love doesn't go in the top 10. Caleb Downs doesn't go in the top 10 because it's a running back and a safety, and people get scared because we can't take a running back at 4. Who goes in those spots, and then who's at number 12? So there might not be a need to move up.
Well, it will be interesting to see. I don't know. I think the Titans will take Love. I just think what everybody is saying about this guy, watching him play, he's just one of those game changers. And the Titans could certainly use a guy with that caliber, with that kind of talent. I mean, you've got a young quarterback that could use a hell of a running back. And so we'll see. It just depends on what Robert Saleh wants to do. Does he think the defense is more important to try and rebuild, or do you get some offensive weapons?
It's going to be fascinating to see. And then, of course, you look at some of these teams and some of the wide receivers that are out there. What if one of those guys ends up going before you thought they were? I mean, you go back several years ago when the Cowboys ended up with Micah Parsons. They thought they were going to get some cornerbacks, and most of the mock drafts, if I remember correctly, didn't have either of those quarterbacks going before the Cowboys,
No.
and it was going to be which one are they going to get?
Yep.
And turns out neither one were available, and they end up with Micah Parsons.
And you know what was interesting about that draft, if you'll recall, and I know you do, is that Micah Parsons, remember, because of COVID, didn't play the year before. So he wasn't really high on a lot of people's list, and so he was available for the Cowboys to snag. And obviously he's turned out to be a hell of a player. Yeah, I said it.
I mean, sometimes, Joe.
I said it. He's a hell of a player. I'm glad he plays for somebody else, but he's a hell of a player.
He is a hell of a player.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Well, he's got one skill. He needs to work on the others.
I mean, it's a pretty damn good skill.
Well, it is.
I mean,
it is. I'd rather have a guy that was a little worse than him at pass rush and a little better at protecting the run. A little more even. I don't know, maybe a Max Crosby comes to mind. Something like that. I don't know. That's what I'd rather have. I don't know about you guys, but, it's que sera, sera. You know what I mean?
Who?
Happy Jackie Robinson Day, by the way. Anybody that's celebrating that in Major League Baseball. I think it's kind of cool, and they all wear the same numbers, and you'll see that if you're watching baseball tonight. We are focused on the NBA and the playoffs, however, because the Spurs know who they're going to play now, the Portland Trail Blazers. And I don't think, judging from yesterday's poll, Spurs fans are really scared of said Portland Trail Blazer team. Let's talk about it. We will, and we'll hear from some guys that wear the silver and black.
Wemby.
When we return.
We'll hear from Wemby.
Wemby. when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We'll hear from Wimby as soon as I finish bragging about my Connecticut quality water softener. Got to brag on that. Look, it is a fantastic product. I love it. It's been in my house for several months now, but I noticed a difference right away. That's what was fantastic about this thing. You will notice a difference right away. Not only how you feel getting out of the shower, how your clothes feel out of the washing machine, your dishes in the dishwasher, all of those things, you're going to notice a difference right away. And in the back of your mind, the stuff that you won't see, you're protecting all of those appliances, all of the pipes in your house, because of the hard water that we have here in San Antonio. It is just a fantastic product, so much better than anything else I've ever had. And the cherry on top from the fine folks at Connecticut is when you buy a Connecticut quality water softener, they are going to give you for free a reverse osmosis drinking station. They'll even install it right there at your kitchen sink. So what does that mean for you? You don't have to drag bottled water into the house from the grocery store anymore because you got it right there at your kitchen sink. Same thing. It is outstanding. The coffee's better. Tea, whatever you're cooking with, we use it all the time for just about everything that you ingest. And it is absolutely perfect. Look, they've still got the free money going too. 0% interest for 12 months. Don't wait. Get this for your family and protect your house. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. You know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
This Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m., the San Antonio Gunslingers ride into Freeman Coliseum for a Pistolero showdown against the Vegas Nighthawks. We're celebrating the rich culture and heritage of San Antonio and South Texas with a special Pistoleros-themed game full of pride, passion, and that true South Texas spirit. The first 1,000 fans through the door get our exclusive new Fiesta medal. Saddle up, San Antonio. Grab your tickets now at sagunslingers.com and let's fill the Coliseum. Guns up!
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Nothing I hate in the car business more than a bunch of damn liars. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Go to Give Me the VIN, put in your license plate number, we'll buy your car. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it without a bunch of games. We come to you with a check or pay off your payoff. Look at what people have had to say about GiveMeTheVin.com. It's real. It's here. We're the Amazon now of car buyers, and we want to buy yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
2 more play-in games, get a little more advancement into the NBA playoffs coming up.
And we're just under a week from the NFL draft, and word around the Star is the Cowboys want to move up. We'll talk about how they're going to do it and get you started for a full day of fun. But you got to get here at 6. That's when the party starts.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good one out there. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, we appreciate you coming out and spending some time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He is Jason. A lot of people talking, well, I say a lot of people, a few people talking about that LaMelo Ball cheap shot last night.
That was crap.
I mean, the guy, and the problem is not the first time.
Yep.
I mean, he's done that to Bam Adebayo before, and who knows who else. Look, I don't watch the Charlotte Hornets much, so I don't know, if this is a habitual thing for him. But the fact that he wasn't thrown out of the game last night surprises me. And I hope the NBA does something. Whether they suspend him or not or fine him or whatever the case may be, they need to do something because that was a crap move.
It was it was crap. But when you listen to LaMelo Ball and his apology, maybe Adam Silver doesn't need it to suspend him. Just put his ass in concussion protocol.
I apologize on that one. I mean, I got hit in the head, didn't really know where I was, but I'm going to check on him and see if he's okay and everything.
LaMelo, it kind of looked like on film that you might have grabbed his leg. I mean, did you intentionally grab his leg?
I haven't even seen. Like I said, I got hit in the head, didn't even know where I was, but just playing basketball. Yeah. Like I said, sorry, and I'm going to check on him.
Yeah, for your safety, LaMelo, I don't think you should play for about 2 weeks.
Well, and then that's not basketball, LaMelo. You weren't just playing basketball, tripping a guy and grabbing his leg. Okay, that's not basketball. All right, but I agree with you. I mean, hell, just do that. You're going to have to go through concussion protocol, young man, because, well, you got hit in the head.
Now, apparently, to that level. Now, Eric Spoelstra said, the dude should have been kicked out of the game.
I didn't see it, but I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. I think it's a stupid play. It's a dangerous play. Obviously, our best player is out. I'm not making an excuse. The Hornets played great, and they made those plays down the stretch. We had our opportunities to win. That's a shame. He should be penalized for that. I don't think that belongs in the game. Tripping guys, shenanigans, and Curtis was there. It's his responsibility to see that, and if it's not his responsibility, then Zach's got to see it. If somebody has got to see that, and that he should have been thrown out of the game. For that. I don't know him from anyone. There's no place in the game for that. Obviously, it took Bam out of the game, but that did not deter us.
Look, anytime one of your best players goes out of the game, it's going to deter you. But they were still in that game. They still had an opportunity to win it, obviously.
It was a great finish until Prime Video went out.
Well, they're getting hammered for that. It was about 50 seconds, I think, that they went dark.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, if there was only a local TV broadcast you could have switched to.
Well played. Well played. Yeah, that is kind of sad. We haven't really talked a lot about that, but no local broadcast. And I remember, it wasn't that long ago where we had all of them. Well, on Ken's 5.
This is the first year that they've put in this rule. It sucks. Eric Spoelstra, a lot more diplomatic than I probably would have been. Certainly a lot more than Pop was a few years ago when Zaza did that too, or not did the exact same thing, but took Kawhi out of the game with some BS stuff. Again, Miami still had a chance to win, but I do think Bam Adebayo not being there cost them their season. Their season's over.
Yeah.
Charlotte's moving on. Will he be suspended? The fact that there was no call, and that's what Eric Spoelstra said, 3 guys, 3 refs, and then they can't review it. But also, I was surprised Miami teammates didn't do dirty play, take them out. Some of that self-policing that you typically see in the postseason.
And I wish we would have had some of that. But obviously, look, if you're the NBA enforcement guy and you're watching that video, I mean, there's nothing accidental. There's nothing, oops. I mean, he grabbed his leg. It's obvious he grabbed his leg, tripped him. Guy falls down, hurts his back, and he's out for the rest of the game.
It's obviously going to – the question is, does it, after the fact, get upgraded to something, flagrant, whatever, which I'm sure will thrill Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you suspend him? But his comments alone tell me he needs to be in concussion protocol. I mean, his comments are more damning than the actual play in a lot of ways when it comes to his availability for their stay alive game that's coming up against the winner of tonight's game.
Well, and look, and I agree with you there, but his comments make him look more of a donkey than he did last night.
Wow.
I mean, don't try to BS. Yeah. Don't try to BS everybody. Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I hit my head. That is such BS crap. If you're going to apologize, apologize. I mean, but don't sit there and try and okay. He didn't know what he was doing when he reached out and grabbed his leg and tripped him.
Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, my arm's got a mind of its own. I don't know what it was doing.
I got hit in the head, didn't really know where I was.
I mean, I hear that. You're trying to fool everybody. You ain't fooling anybody, and I think you just screwed yourself.
Well, look, I hope so, because he doesn't deserve to be in there. And it's unfortunate for the rest of the Charlotte teammates. They got a chance to be in the playoffs. They got to win a game against either Orlando or Philadelphia. Whoever wins tonight, they got to beat them. But still, it's unbelievable. And I agree with Eric Spoelstra. There's just no place in basketball for that kind of crap. I mean, hard physical play, yes, but that wasn't hard physical play. That was just a jackass move.
I apologize on that one.
It's called dirty basketball.
It is. It
was a dirty play. Orlando, Philadelphia tonight. You also have Golden State and the L.A. Clippers, both on Prime Video. Technical difficulties and all.
Well, hopefully they'll get it right tonight. There won't be anything. You know, nobody is giving Golden State a chance in this game. And I probably don't give them much of a chance. Although when I see a headline before the show started today that the Clippers expect number 2 to play tonight. So that means there's a question, does it not? If they expect him to play, doesn't mean he's going to play.
Well, don't we always expect him to play?
Well,
but isn't there always a question that he won't? So it's just regular season form for the Clippers.
I suppose so. They're used to it, I guess. You know, because you just never know. I think he will play, and if he does, look, I expect the Clippers to win this game tonight. You know, Golden State is one of those teams, and you got to wonder. Although I think Steph Curry will play there for the foreseeable future. But what do they do? I mean, is it time to bust up that team and start over? And is Steph Curry a guy that wants to do that?
Maybe. Yeah, the answer is all of them. By the way, Kawhi did play 65 games this year. He is qualified for the All-NBA stuff. He only played 37 last year, 68 before the year before that, 52, 52, 57, 60. And with the Spurs in 2017-18, 9 whole games.
Wow. Yeah, because, well, he was injured. And the Spurs doctors were fools.
Yeah, well, Tony Parker was 1,000 times worse.
Exactly. Just ask Tony.
Or 100 times, whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a big bunch of BS. But it's interesting. Yeah, these playing games, when it first happened, I didn't really care for it. But last night, both of those games were good. The issue is it's kind of like the play-in tournament for the NCAA basketball tournament. Hey, they're not going anywhere, none of these teams, most likely. I guess there is a chance they could. But, it's fun to watch basketball. Both of those games were good last night.
Two bad teams make a great game.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? Although we get Portland now. Phoenix had that game, and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, the way that game ended, that was a fun ending. Bam Adebayo in or out or not. That was they were both competitive. I think you're going to have two good games tonight. But the idea of the play-in, the 9-10, they're still alive. And when you have everything on the line, good competitive basketball, meaningful basketball is always fun. It's always better. And when you don't have a dog in the fight. Now, last night, didn't really have a dog in the fight. You were watching as a Spurs fan the late game because that's your next opponent. But the reality is you're just watching competitive basketball, and it's unfortunate that you don't get a lot of games like that throughout the regular season because of 82 games, and they all matter when it comes to seeding, but you just don't get those kind of matchups. The Spurs haven't had many meaningful basketball games in, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while. I can't wait to see this and see how this young team performs when the lights get a lot brighter. And, again, they should be able to handle Portland. I don't think there'll be any issues there. And they should be able to handle these guys. But, again, this is a young basketball team. I was reading, there's a great article in the Express News. Greg Luca writes it about the Spurs and their roster up and down, and more so than not, it says NBA playoff experience. There's a lot of zeros on that roster.
Well, think about Wemby. Will make his playoff debut Sunday night.
Yes.
He did not stay up late last night to watch that Phoenix-Portland game because it was after his 9 o'clock bedtime. That's what he said today.
And he's 22, and you give me a hard time for wanting to go to bed early. He's only 22 years old.
Did you stay up to the very end?
Yes, actually, I did.
You watched the entire game?
Yes.
All right. You didn't fall asleep, wake up to pee, and it was still on?
I mean, I might have gone to the kitchen or gone to the bathroom. I mean, I might have missed a play or two. But, yeah, for the most part, yes.
Will Wemby be available on Sunday? Because the game's at 8. This is going to be past 9.
No, when he's got to work, he shows up to work.
Okay.
But his preferred bedtime is 9 p.m.
That's
because
a legit question.
He is a well-oiled machine.
He may have to take a nap at halftime.
I mean, he might. I don't know what he does at halftime.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a damn what he does at halftime. If he takes a little nap, he takes a little nap.
I don't think it would be bad for him to have a little power nap
at
halftime.
His preferred bedtime. But when he's got to work, he's got to work.
Uh-huh.
Well-oiled machine. Ready for the playoffs. We'll hear from him.
Yes, we will. You want to hear from Wemby?
I do.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
He is.
Yeah, we should hear from him.
No, he's taking selfies with fans today.
Right. Well, I don't know if he wanted to do that, but he didn't say no once somebody jumped in there and took a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's just the way that it goes. Wow, did you see this from Southwest Airlines?
What? Squirrel?
Yes, exactly. Well, for me, it's pretty good. If you go to California, you go to a winery, they will let you check a case of wine for free and bring it back home. Isn't that nice of them?
So you got to pay for your luggage now, but you can check the wine for free?
Maybe you can stick some clothes in that wine
I was going to
box.
say.
Who knows? Oh, my goodness.
I got 5 bottles of wine in my hairspray. Check.
I got to check that. You have to. It's too damn big not to. They
Your
frown.
hairspray bottle.
They frown. They frown on that. What would you think I was talking about? My reputation precedes me. Is that what you're saying, Minix?
No, your imagination.
Well, somebody's got to have an imagination.
Wishful thinking.
Come on. It's the way that it goes. Victor Wembanyama speaks. We'll hear from Wemby when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Experts at worst-case scenarios, plumbing issues, AC issues, 210-651-5899, 651-5899. It's also the company you need to call to make sure your AC unit is ready for every season. Great maintenance programs. And they also have something else that they have started called the Breathe Easy package, because apparently a lot of people were calling saying, my house stinks. The smell is off. Could actually be your AC. See, their Breathe Easy package, what they're going to do at Quarter Moon, they're going to come out and deep clean your blower motor, your blower wheel, your AC housing, clean the coil, disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet, and then install a UV light to zap bacteria and other nasty stuff that could be hiding in your AC unit. You're going to get cleaner air, a fresher smelling home. Everything's going to work the way it should be, because that's what they do at Quarter Moon. They make sure everything is working properly. Call them, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hello. My name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive home and auto bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Let's get wild.
Tom Pelissaro is reporting that the NFL has informed clubs today that the league's officiating staff has begun onboarding potential replacement officials and will conduct training sessions next month in preparation for assigning the officials to off-season practices beginning June 1st. So things apparently not going well with the negotiations.
You know, you could look at it that way, and it maybe not. They've got to be prepared either way, and that's what they're doing. And if that also gets the officials association to, I don't know, negotiate a little bit better, a little bit more, whatever it might be, but the NFL has to do this. They've got to be prepared. They can't say, all right, well, it's opening weekend. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
All right. And these guys, you know, and quite frankly, it would be curious to see if they find some good referees. Let these guys go to the practices and let the teams kind of report back on what they were seeing from officials. There might be some good ones in there.
Yeah, there could be.
I mean, clearly there needs to be more officials at every level. I know every year for like high school sports and whatnot, there's always a push to try to get people out there.
Absolutely.
And God bless those people for putting up with coaches and parents. I mean, seriously. But maybe, I mean, you know, there's always those weird stories, you know, like when it's some guy sitting out in front of the Lions facility the other day with a sign trying to get Dan Campbell's attention. You know, you hear stories like that, but let these guys go and officiate some NFL practices and see how good they are or not. Because obviously if it goes really, really bad, maybe that gets the NFL to say, all right, refs, what do you need? We need you.
Well, look, I think it's a good idea, too. Look, there's a lot of good officials. I mean, the NFL officials are the best on the planet. I don't think there's any debate. But you go to the UFL or even some of these college football officials, who knows? Maybe it's time that they get their chance and they may turn out to be pretty good. Who knows?
I mean, there's tape on them.
Well, we'll see. So that's where we're at right now. And you could be right. It's a good point you made with that, hey, NFL might be saying, we're moving on without you.
Well, and at the very least, they're being prepared just in case.
Yeah.
And that's obviously what they need to do.
Absolutely.
The Spurs went to practice today, very long practice, and they went knowing who their opponent was going to be. They had the day off yesterday. On Monday, probably more about them, little self-scout. Today, they got to put in some work and start preparing for Portland. And Portland going to work today trying to prepare for a Spurs team. And, I don't know, a pretty tall guy that they have yet to see today in this year. He did not play in any of the 3 regular season games. Mitch Johnson said he will play in the 4th. He is going to play on Sunday. But Wemby said today he did not stay up late to watch the game last night because it was past his bedtime. Said he was going to watch the game later today on tape, which is kind of funny, but he's also very, very ready for postseason basketball.
How ready? As ready as you can be. You know, these moments is really what you work on all year, but also like your whole career. Coming here, we're dreaming of playoffs as kids, you know, before we come here.
Well, absolutely. I think every professional athlete had that dream, no matter what sport you're in. Look, I don't worry about Wemby, honestly. I think he's going to be ready. This guy's been playing pressure basketball for a long time. The other guys, do you worry about them? Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, no playoff experience. Julian Champagnie. I don't know. At this point, I don't. Until I see that there's an issue, I'm not worried about it.
You know, it is interesting because playoff basketball is different. And Portland, without going up and down their roster, how much playoff experience is on that team? And so I do think for the first round at the very least, the idea of the high-pressure spotlight of playoffs is just going to be there because it is different. But as Wemby said, it's a good test just to have meaningful, high-stakes basketball.
You can feel it for sure. Everybody's a little more locked in. Everybody's a little more involved, you know. I've missed playing in high-stakes games.
You know what's interesting, Jason, is the fact that it's only Wednesday. We say 5 days before the Spurs play game one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, and I guess you could look at that and say, well, Wemby's going to be fully healthy. That's a good thing. That rib contusion that he has should be fully healed. He's ready to go, and he looks like he's ready to go anyway from the video I saw at practice. But I just wonder at some point in time, man, I'd be like, let's just play already. You know, I mean, you're sitting there, you practice, you're going to go through the motions. They can prepare for Portland. They started that today. They'll probably work on it again tomorrow. But, I mean, at some point in time, it's just like, dude, can we just tip it up? Let's go.
Well, I mean, to a degree, there is that, although there is no practice tomorrow. So I think Mitch Johnson put him through a really good long practice today, get a day off tomorrow, and I'm guessing a lighter practice on Friday and Saturday. And I'm also guessing that not only gives the guys some rest, but allows the coaching staff to spend a lot more time breaking down the Portland film. Because today, sure, they knew who their opponent was and probably have been working on Phoenix and Portland and the Clippers for a while now. But now they can really dial into the game plan. And the fact that, I mean, what do you do if you're Portland? You know, it's kind of like what we've talked about with Denver, because Wemby didn't play in but one game against the Nuggets. It's different when you see Vic in person and when you're on the court versus what you're watching on film. He also said the bruise is fine. He's you know, the bruised lungs stuff.
I'm sure he could have played Sunday. Had it been something they wanted to do, or if Mitch Johnson would have asked him to play on Sunday, he would have played, and he would have been just fine. He looked fine in the game that he played in before the Denver game to get to a 65-game count. Mm-hmm. So that was just a precaution, I'm sure, or strategy. Who knows what Mitch was thinking in that case? Again, it was just funny, or what made that funny was the criticism of the Spurs and what are you doing? It was nuts.
Well, it was, and again, we know it's Portland. I think for a lot of us that is a surprise.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we all thought it was going to be Phoenix. Very few of you picked Portland. A couple weeks ago, we thought it was going to be the Clippers as a bigger possibility. Yeah. We know the schedule, game one, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Game two is Tuesday, 7 o'clock, both on NBC. Game two, also the first night of NIOSA. So our poll question today on the YouTube, and go to sasportstar.com, and you can find us there. Vote in the poll. Your priority on Tuesday, is it going to be game two or is it going to be NIOSA?
It's kind of a runaway in our poll, isn't it?
83% say game two.
Yeah. And, you know, there were a couple of people that, and this is no disrespect to NIOSA. If you want to go to NIOSA, that's what, hey, Fiesta is great, and head on out there. I just think a lot of Spurs fans, I mean, it's been a while. And for some, who knows, maybe this is their first experience with it as an adult. I mean, I don't know, or whatever the case may be. And you want to savor every moment, watch every game. And I think a lot of Spurs fans are going to feel that way. And NIOSA can take a back seat.
Well, it's been so long. I mean, 7 years since the Spurs playoffs and Fiesta events are going on at the same time. But I do know the Tuesday night NIOSA is special. Opening night, it's when a lot of people like to go to be seen, right? You know, the networking, you know, the old saying, I mean, you gotta go back a while, but hey man, I see that dude once a year at NIOSA. See him over there getting the chicken on a stick. The different parts of NIOSA, and quite frankly, if I'm going, I want to go on a Tuesday. Maybe a Wednesday. Ain't enough money in the world to go on college night on Thursday, and I ain't going on Friday either, right? So for a lot of people, you plan on going on Tuesday night, so you do your Nyosa, and Friday night might be your oyster bake night, or Saturday is your oyster bake, or for the people that do a gazillion Fiesta events. I'm not one of those people, but I know a lot of people that, man,
they're out every night.
Every night,
Yeah.
especially if you're involved in one of the various royalty courts.
Who is the Ray Feo this year? Do you know?
I saw him the other night.
Yeah?
I forget. Damn it. I saw him at the opening of Gopher Shack.
Oh, that's right. He was there.
He was there.
That's right.
And I'm drawing a blank on who this year's Ray Feo is.
I am too.
They raise a ton of money.
Oh, they do. Yeah, no, it's a special thing. I mean, it really is. But my point is, he's got to be everywhere.
Everywhere.
Every night.
But, he gets the police escort and, the fancy uniforms and everything that goes with it. I mean, and again, you raise that kind of money when you're Ray Feo and all the other different royalty courts, but it's so much fun. But then, I'm looking at this like Game 2 Sunday night. I know Joe's going to bitch because it's a late start, or Game 1 Sunday night, late start, but it doesn't interfere with oyster bake.
Well, no, and I don't know what it interferes. There's still Fiesta events on Sunday, right?
There are. But at 8 o'clock, I mean, what is it, the carnival going on?
I have no idea what's going on Sunday night, but, again, I'm happier now that I saw the full schedule, and Game 4 of this series will be at 2:30 on Sunday in Portland the following week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. Got a little respect.
So you're not going to complain that you got to play Game 2 on Tuesday and Game 3 isn't until Friday night?
Well, quite frankly, I was thrilled that Games 1 and 2 weren't that far apart, because sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it does.
I don't mind giving them a couple of days to travel. That's cool. I'm all right with that. And then you got Friday, Sunday in Portland. So, and hopefully it's over.
I was going to say,
from Sunday.
Will there be a Game 5 on Tuesday, April 28th?
Yeah. I don't think so.
You think sweep?
I do. I mean, if right now, yes, I do. But again, look, Portland is not as good as San Antonio, obviously. But they are in the NBA. They've got NBA players, and they could sneak in a win. But they're not good enough to beat this team 4 times, for sure. They're just not.
Pledge is cracking himself up on the other side of the glass.
Oh, he is?
I never knew that.
You never knew what?
What Ray Feo meant?
It's Spanish for ugly king?
Apparently.
Yeah. So it's...
Have you seen their uniforms?
Dr. Damaso Andres Olivia Jr.
The fact that we had 2 people call and tell us that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, they didn't answer. Every time I tried to answer the phone, nobody answered, so I just hung up.
Oh, you Googled that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pledge.
Yeah. Damaso, Dr. Damaso Andres Olivia Jr.
Pronunciations with
Yes.
Joe Reinagel.
Yes, thank you.
He's the ugly king.
Who is the star of the Portland Trailblazers who had a really big game last night?
I'd have to look. Let me see. It's
Let's
I have to look at it because I've
more
got
pronunciations with Joe.
Now, see, I don't know how he says his first name. Is it Denny?
It's Denny.
Denny, as in Denny's. Denny.
Grand Slam special.
Avdiva.
Denny Diva?
Avdiva.
Avdiva?
Avdiva. I'm just looking at it right there.
Yeah.
Now, before you guys make fun of me, I went to the Portland Trailblazer website, and they have him, Denny, saying his name. Avdiva. That's it. That's how you say it.
Okay.
According to him.
Denny the Diva. Is that his Instagram handle?
Avdiva.
His OnlyFans.
Avdiva.
What?
Well, he may have an. I don't know. There was somebody bitching about him getting too many foul calls last night.
People are always going to bitch about foul calls.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
41 points, 12 assists. Obviously, that's a guy the Spurs are going to have to look at.
Steph Castle.
You're probably right. Although this guy, I don't know. See, I don't know much about Portland. need to study up on these guys.
We'll reach out and bring some guests on.
Well, we need to do that and to get you familiar with what the Spurs are facing from the Portland Trailblazers. But I don't know. This guy looks pretty good, and obviously Tiago Splitter. It's got a local flavor to it. And look, I'm happy for Tiago. Former Spur. I'm happy for this guy that he has come in there after what was a disaster with the whole gambling thing.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a coach. They got him going, taking over. He got an opportunity, and he's made the best of it.
He really has. And that could have been just such a dumpster fire for the Portland Trailblazers, and they've made something out of this, right? And if take history for what it is at times, because now you're looking at, the history between Portland and San Antonio, and obviously the most famous shot, the most popular shot in Spurs history came against the Portland Trailblazers. Spurs are 10-0 in home playoff games lifetime against the Trailblazers. According to ESPN Insights, that is the most wins without a loss by any team versus a single opponent in NBA history.
Well, that's good. History's on the Spurs side when it comes to this. I don't expect them to lose any home games here. Guillermo says the Spurs are going 16-0. How do you feel about that?
I want to know where Guillermo's enjoying happy hour.
Exactly right. It's all right, Guillermo. You're a Spurs fan. That's what we expect from Spurs fans. 16-0. Not going to lose one game.
No, I mean.
Has that ever been done?
No.
It's never been done in NBA playoff history, right?
No, the Spurs, somebody Google this, Pledge. The Spurs had a playoff run one time when they went, 16-2, right?
I think they did, yeah.
And I'm trying to think, even Golden State didn't sweep all the way through. I don't know. Somebody look up. You're our research department today.
Has any NBA team gone 16-0
Well, the answer is no, but what is the best record winning percentage in a single playoff?
If I'm thinking 16-2, it would probably be the 2003 run. Because you think about it, they swept the Cavaliers in the finals.
Yep.
LeBron and the Cavaliers, although LeBron was...
that was in 07.
No.
03 was
New Jersey. You're right. 07.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Mm-hmm.
07. You are absolutely right. Have we got the answer to that question yet?
Pledge is still Googling. Come on, Pledge. What?
99, they went 15-2.
Okay, so that was a best of 3 in the first round.
True. Well, that's pretty good. Maybe is that what you were thinking of?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'd like to see what that 2007 record was. Pledge is looking.
I know.
We'll let Pledge do his research in there.
Tomorrow we'll have all those answers while we're sitting at Novo Brazil.
Well, we absolutely will. And by the way, make plans to head out to Novo Brewery, North Star Mall. It's attached to North Star Mall. And look, I know everybody laughs at that, but what that means is it's got its own entrance. So you park in the parking lot, come to North Star Mall on the Rector Street entrance, and you park there and you can walk in the Novo Brewery entrance. You don't have to go through the mall if you don't want to. If you want to go through the mall, you're certainly welcome to do that. It's not a problem. They've got an entrance there as well. But the good news is they're not married to North Star Mall, whether it's the entrance or the hours. Doesn't matter because they are open late hours. It is San Antonio's newest sports watching destination, I'm telling you. 8 massive LED screens, 80 feet of LED video walls, and then there's all the stuff to drink. How about 60 craft beers on tap? They've also got domestic beer on tap, a large variety of domestic beer on tap, and they've got kombucha on draft. If you've never tried that, you owe it to yourself to try it. It's pretty good. I'm going to tell you, it really is good, and it does the job, if you know what I'm talking about. Then you've got the food menu out there. They've got everything from wings all the way up to ribeye steaks. The burgers are fantastic. My go-to is the picanha skewers. Love those things. They're tender. They're delicious. I don't know how they're seasoned, but they are absolutely perfect. And they might have the best French fries I've ever had. I'm not kidding you. Their French fries are absolutely fantastic. You need to go check them out. And tomorrow would be a great time to do that because we're going to be broadcasting the Blitz from 2 to 6 at Novo Brewery tomorrow. This is their very first location in Texas. If you want to check them out, they're at your computer. You're more than welcome to do so. Go to novobrew.com. That is Novo brew.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m., your San Antonio Gunslingers host the defending IFL champions, the Vegas Nighthawks. Partial season tickets, group packages, and individual seats are available now at sagunslingers.com. Grab your crew, bring the family, and let's pack the Freeman Coliseum. Guns up, San Antonio.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own. It can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME to 64,000. Text HOME to 64,000. That's HOME to 64,000.
San Antonio has a drinking problem, and it's getting worse every day. More and more people are on the bottle. This is Rob Thompson for Connecticut Quality Water Systems of San Antonio and the Hill Country, and I want to help you get off the bottle. The plastic water bottle, that is. I don't blame you. Tap water has that off taste, but buying bottled water over and over is like losing in the first round every single week. You keep paying, you keep hauling it home, and the bottled water companies keep hauling your money to the bank. There's a better way out there. Right now, when you buy Connecticut water softener, you get a K5 reverse osmosis drinking station free. It's installed right in your kitchen sink. It's like having a bottled water machine at home without the bottles. Pure, clean, great tasting water. The K5 helps remove the contaminants and reduce the stuff that messes with taste and odor. Do what Dave Ramsey recommends. Do what I do. Make the wise investment. Call Connecticut today, 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE. Go get one today. I know you're going to be thanking me later.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Major League Baseball, a miracle happened last night. The Astros snapped their 8-game losing streak, 7-6 win over the Colorado Rockies. They continue that series at 7-10 tonight. Texas Rangers lost to the A's last night, but they continue that series tonight. And you can catch that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 8 o'clock. We got a couple of basketball games as well. Philly taking on Orlando and the Clippers taking on Golden State.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On a hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I know you are if you get off work at 5 o'clock.
You only get 2 humps at 5?
You're sliding into the weekend right now, into Thursday. You know, for the most part, Wednesday is over. At least the hard part of the hump.
Mm-hmm.
You've climbed up. You're headed down. Good for you. Good for you. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
The Pledge did all the homework there. In 99, they went 15-2 in the playoffs. These Spurs did. In 03, 16-8. 16-7 in 05. In 07, 16-4. Lost 1 to Utah, 2 to Phoenix. Oh, that Phoenix series. And 1 to the Lakers before sweeping the Cavs in the final. And in 2014, 16-8.
16-8. Okay. All right. Yeah, all of those playoff runs special in their own way, that's for sure. It was they were all a lot of fun. I enjoyed 99 for a number of reasons. Obviously, it was the first.
Yep.
But I enjoyed the season of 99. Now, it was the lockout season, if you recall,
games.
so there were only 50 games. But, man, I mean, you hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
Every game mattered in that series. And, look, I know it's a pipe dream to ever think that would ever happen, that they would lessen the amount of regular season games. But, boy, it made the regular season fun.
Well, it did because every game mattered. The play-in games last night, and all of us kind of poo-poo the idea of the play-in, but you had really good, meaningful, competitive basketball last night. Hopefully we get 2 more games like that tonight. And when they mean more, you're going to get more. And during the regular season, which is why we worry about tanking and load management and all that other crap, when it matters, it's a lot of fun to watch. The old Tuesday night in December in Milwaukee kind of stuff, doesn't exist this time of year. Meaningful basketball is just so much more fun to watch. And then, of course, in San Antonio, playoffs used to always be the tradition of coinciding during the middle of Fiesta, and you had decisions to make, and we're back to that. And first round of the series schedule is out, and you've got a decision to make, and that leads to our poll question. You can watch the video stream on YouTube from sasportstar.com and vote in the poll. Tuesday night, what's your priority? Is it going to be Game 2 or opening night of Nyosa? 85-15 right now. Spurs Game 2.
I'm really surprised it's not more of a runaway than that. And I only say that is because it's no disrespect to Nyosa in the opening night of that, but gosh, it's been a while since the Spurs have been in the playoffs, number one. Number two, since they've really had an opportunity. When they were back in the playoffs in 2017, nobody expected that team to make a run.
No, it was kind of like Portland in this. I'm like, hey, we're in.
Right.
Cool.
Exactly right. And this year, Spurs fans are feeling pretty optimistic about this team's chances of making a long playoff run. So I don't think they want to miss any of it. And that's the point of that. And so I think, hey, if I got to skip Nyosa on Tuesday night, we'll skip Nyosa on Tuesday night.
Although I promise you, Nyosa is going to be packed.
I'm sure it will be.
And especially for those that like to be there for opening night. You're probably still going, and you'll keep an eye on it because you do have other games to watch. And first round, everybody's expecting this to be a short series, which is understandable. And you get ready for Game 2. Although, when you look at the ticket prices, you could tell the hunger Spurs fans have to go watch playoff basketball. And I do think a big part of that is it's just more than just playoff basketball. This is a legit championship-level baskall team.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think the optimism, as we've seen, some people saying Spurs are going 16-0. I think it's, people are optimistic about this team. I'm not quite that optimistic about this team, but can they go all the way and win a championship? Absolutely. The way this team has played this year, if they can continue that type of chemistry and that kind of play, yes, They are a legit title contender this year, which is just baffling considering where this team was just last year. It's baffling.
The leap is incredible. And Mitch Johnson talking today is we all want to learn about Portland because I'm guessing there's not a lot of Portland Trailblazer experts listening to this here program. And while we all expect a sweep, Mitch talks about the challenges that Portland will present the San Antonio Spurs.
I think the things that we expect to see that's been a strong part of their identity all year is they really pressure the basketball. They're going to get up and they're going to challenge you to handle the basketball, try to get you out of your sets or at least your normal rhythm and tempo. See if they can turn you over and challenge you in that regard. And they're going to really challenge you transition, try to get to the paint. Got a lot of guys that can attack with the basketball in their hands, play fast, and then, they do a great job of crashing the boards. And so there's some pretty straightforward things that, you see when they're playing well or they're at their best that seem to be kind of at the forefront of a lot of things that they do.
Look, what I do know, they don't have the horses to match up with San Antonio. If the Spurs are playing basketball the way they've been playing basketball, especially since the All-Star break, they just don't have the matchup. What I do know about Portland and what I think we'll all see, they're going to play hard. Tiago Splitter's got this team playing hard. And so
thought Portland played a great game. They got up big. Obviously, Phoenix made a run, and it got to be a really back and forth game there in the fourth quarter. And looking forward to a really competitive series versus a team that we saw recently and have had some really competitive games with this year.
Well, the last one wasn't so competitive, was it? The Spurs kind of whacked them.
Yeah, and without Wemby and without Castle. And Wemby has yet to play Portland this year. They played 3 times, although Mitch did say Wemby would be available for their 4th meeting coming up game 1 Sunday night. And for everybody looking for an update on Dylan Harper, he will play on Sunday.
We expect him to play Sunday. And, he just got hit, and there's going to be some pain there and sprain. He's got to work his way through that, but we expect him to play.
How comfortable is it to know you guys are in good health?
Yeah. And so what he did there, because there was nothing around, he knocked on his head to knock on the wood. Good stuff from Mitch.
And that's the thing that concerns you, I would imagine, not only as a fan, but as a head coach. If your team is healthy, you've got a shot. If you lose a guy or two, then obviously that rolls down. And anybody that saw Bam Adebayo last night, and I don't expect anybody from Portland to be a donkey like LaMelo Ball was. But you just never know. And that's the problem. And it's the teams that are lucky and that stay healthy that are going to win it all. And hopefully that's the San Antonio Spurs. I hope so anyway. We'll see. It'd be nice to put another banner up in the Frostbank Center, along with a Defensive Player of the Year, and
we don't put banners up for that.
Maybe an MVP award.
Maybe. What about 6-man?
Maybe a 6-man. Why not? I mean, if we're hoping, let's go Coach of the Year.
On the Spurs trade for Joker.
Well, exactly. I would have voted for Joker, but I'm just saying you never know. Somebody else might have voted for Wemby.
Somebody. Maybe.
A lot of people did.
Possible.
SGA is going to win it. That's who's going to win this thing. I promise you.
Would you make up your mind?
I'm just telling you.
Make up your mind.
I love talking playoff basketball, my friends. Love it. I love it. I love it. Let's talk a little Cowboys football, though, before we get back to Wemby and the Spurs and all of that, because they're hopefully the final mock drafts before we have the first round of the draft a week from tomorrow. But we had 3, and they were very similar when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. We'll talk about that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to introduce you, though, to Window Nation. All right, Window Nation. Love having Window Nation on our airways because I tell you what, if they gave us a demonstration here at the radio station, and I learned so much from this demonstration, I had no idea how much money you can lose by having bad windows that aren't sealed properly, that aren't protected, or let the sun in, let the cold air out, all of that kind of stuff. It can really add up on your electric bill. New windows will save you more money than you can imagine. And they give you this demonstration. When you go to windownation.com and you ask for a consultation, you're going to get the same demonstration that I got here at the radio station. And it is eye-opening. And right now is a perfect time to schedule that consultation because they got a sale going on right now. It's called the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. In fact, you could save up to 50% off of all your windows. And you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. That is an incredible deal. Look, all of Window Nation's windows are made with top quality seals. They don't leak when it's rainy or windy. And unlike other windows, they're maintenance free. In fact, they're so good, Window Nation stands behind them with a lifetime warranty. That is incredible. They're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. Look, put an end to your window problems. Don't wait any longer. You want to save big with Window Nation's The More You Buy, the More You Save sale going on right now. But look, it's a great special. It's not going to go on forever, so take advantage of it. All you have to do is get on your computer and go to windownation.com. windownation.com.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
All right, our Sports Star crew, listen up. If you want to keep winning in life like our San Antonio Spurs do on the court, head over to Game Day Men's Health. Cibolo Shirts or Alamo Ranch, the roster stacked with all-stars just like our Spurs. Experts trained in hormonal health, erectile dysfunction, weight loss, advanced peptide therapies. Why go to the G League when you can take your talents straight to the top, baby? Whether you're tired all the time, you've got low energy, maybe you've got some weight gain or the brain fog, maybe you need a little help in the bedroom. I'm not here to judge. They've got you covered. Their Hall of Fame team and services like testosterone replacement and peptide therapies will get you back in the game. Located in Alamo Ranch or choose the Cibolo Shirts location on I-35 and 3009 across the highway from HEB. Call 830-376-9100 or visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your appointment today. Win back your health, win back your life. It's game day. Let's go. That's 830-376-9100.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Fiesta with NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road. NAW has promos that know how to party. Use promo code BLITZ to get free install American-made real truck undercover, Ultraflex truck bed cover, and the Rough Country hard fold low profile bed cover or hard roll-up bed cover. Save money. Shop local with NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Family owned and operated since 1978 in the Big Red Building at 3027 Calabria or online at nawtruck.com. Viva Fiesta!
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Love talking NBA playoff basketball again in San Antonio. It is fantastic. Love it. It is great. We've got all week to dissect what the Spurs are going to do to the Portland Trailblazers beginning Sunday night inside the Frost Bank Center, Game 1 of that best-of-7 series, and I cannot wait. I'm Joe. He's Jason. It's just exciting. It really is.
It is. But for you Houston Texans fans, there is some major breaking Houston Texans news. NRG Stadium is going back to being called Reliant Stadium.
Why?
Because they can.
Did Reliant come in with some extra cash?
No, it's the same company. Reliant. It was Reliant Stadium.
Well, what's NRG? That's Reliant?
Yeah, it's a part of the Reliant company.
All right.
And now they're going back to Reliant.
I guess I was supposed to know that. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's common knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, but for all the Texans fans that still call it Reliant, you won't be wrong anymore. I guess because they have to not name it during the World Cup. Are they just going to put the Reliant sign back up? I don't know.
It's got to be nothing during the World Cup?
Yeah. The same. No sponsorship stadiums. AT&T Stadium is going to just be Dallas Stadium, even though it's in Arlington.
Why don't they just call it Jerry World? That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Because it's the FIFA World Cup types.
It's what everybody calls it anyway.
Well, this is true.
Jerry World.
But it is what it is. This would normally make a headline Blitz, but it's 5:20, and I can't wait till tomorrow because this story just dropped. From the New York Post, headline: RFK Jr. once chopped off a dead raccoon's penis to study later while on a family road trip.
I want to touch it. Study what? Was he comparing? Let's see. Am I bigger than a raccoon?
It's bizarre. But in the new book, RFK Jr., The Fall and Rise, authored by the Post, Isabel Vincent, the quote: I was standing in front of my parked car on I-684 cutting the penis off of a road-killed raccoon, thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be, reads a surreal passage in which the Health and Human Services head, 72, was reportedly lamenting his rocky relationships with his brother Douglas Kennedy and cousin Bobby Shriver. Quote, my kids waited patiently in the car, he noted, later telling People magazine he collected the raccoon's genitalia so he could study them later.
What do you tell your kids when you get back in the car? Look what Daddy's got. A penis.
From a dead raccoon. Apparently, he does this to a lot of animals.
Is there a collection? Do you have them stuffed?
Whoa. Hey.
Dude, this is bizarre. And the rest of his family's weird?
It's the
They're the weird ones, huh?
He once found out that a whale carcass washed up on the shore, and he took a chainsaw down there and chopped off its head. Strapped it to the car, and it was actually a minivan, and with a bunch of corn, a whale that had washed up. It was a dead whale. It was a carcass there in Massachusetts on the shore.
Like strapped it to the car, as in like the Longhorns on the front of a Cadillac.
Well, it was on the top of the minivan. Doesn't say what kind of whale.
Well, I hope it's. I mean, those whales are pretty damn big.
Think it was a humpback?
Hump day? I mean, it's possible.
It is. This is just bizarre. And he wrote a book admitting all of this stuff?
Well, then there's other interviews. According in 2024, when he was running for president, remember that brief moment in time? He admitted to New Yorker magazine that a decade earlier he had dumped a dead bear cub in Central Park after a botched attempt to skin it.
Bear cub?
Wow. I can imagine, I can see why he thinks the rest of his family's weird. Because they probably don't cut off penises or skin bears. Wow.
Or chop the heads off of whales.
That's just bizarre.
He's described, Joe, and I didn't even know this was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended. An avid animal genitalia researcher in his spare time.
But what are you researching? I don't know what you're.
Are there any animal genitalia researchers listening to the Blitz right now that would like to call in?
I'm sure there's 10 or 12 of them, I would imagine.
Well, you never know, because I remember one time we were talking about opossums, and we were just calling them possums, and some dude called in and he loves them. They're his favorite animal as a pet. Remember, that was a bizarre phone call.
Yeah.
I don't know if he studies the opossum's genitalia or not, but he's a big fan of the animal.
Well, now I'm just wondering, too, do you need a microscope to find the wiener?
It's a raccoon.
Well, I know, but how big can it be?
Well, I mean, you've got small dogs. I mean, it's got to be visible. We're not talking about a gnat.
My dog is a female.
Well, at some point, you've seen your dog hump. Or you've seen...
I have seen a dog hump.
We were down to the gnat's ass.
I wonder if the wreck, does it come out red? I mean, that scared the hell out of me as a kid the first time I saw it. Daddy, what's that? Oh, my gosh.
The lipstick?
Oh, my gosh. Dude, it brings back a lot of memories.
So, and you're gonna call Kennedy weird?
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't know what that was. And then there were two dogs in my front yard one time that got stuck.
Well, that happens.
And so my dad got out the hose.
Water hose.
He got the water hose out, and they got unstuck pretty quick.
It's what you have to do.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
This is a weird dude. I mean, honestly, I don't know what you're studying, and I'm curious now. What the hell do you study chopping off a raccoon's wiener?
Do you just throw it in the back of the car?
Well, what are you studying? Or do you carry sandwich bags around with you?
Maybe. And apparently a knife.
Wow.
But what do you do? Again,
this is a weird cat.
But this is the raccoon story. Avid animal genitalia researcher.
What do you research? That's just baffling. You think if I Googled that, it would... And how do you write that on Google without getting fired?
Pledge.
I ain't Googling.
Yeah. I don't want that algorithm.
What is it? Animal
genitalia. Do you need me to spell that?
Yes.
Gen.
Oh, here we go. It's coming up.
It's what?
Research. Researcher. Okay. Oh, look, it comes up in San Antonio.
Whoa. Southwest Research?
All right, here we go. Animal genitalia researchers study the rapid evolution, diverse morphology, and complex functions of reproductive organs in animals, often focusing on sexual conflict and coevolution. Dr. Patricia Brennan does this, along with Dr. Emily Willingham.
Can we get Patty on the phone?
Now, they study ducks.
Gooses?
Well, it says ducks, Pledge. I don't know. No, there's no mention of gooses.
DD, huh?
Well, and you know what? Other notable figures, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's listed right there. recently in the news for collecting animal carcasses and studying their genitalia.
Come rub it.
Well, then you got this other dude at the University of Derby, wherever the hell that is.
University of what?
Derby.
What's their mascot?
I don't know. It says
He knows how big he swings it.
studied the massive testicles of insects, particularly crickets. Did you know crickets have massive testicles?
No.
Who knew? I had no idea.
Uh-huh.
No, I was going for chocolate balls. Well, I don't know. I mean, some people eat chocolate crickets.
Apparently.
So I guess they're eating
massive.
chocolate balls.
No, I was going for chocolate balls.
Wow.
Because they're massive.
Apparently.
There's not many things that I would say are massive on a cricket, but I guess to scale, maybe they are.
I'm learning a whole new thing here because apparently it's very valuable to everybody. The headline on this story: How examination of animal genitals helped scientists discover 7 new species.
So maybe he's not so bizarre.
I guess.
That's bizarre.
It's bizarre.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if you're doing it for a living and you're a scientist and
What concerns me is this dude's with the Food and Drug Administration. He's the charge.
The
What's he
nation's-
doing with that raccoon penis?
the nation's top civilian health official. Roadkill.
Wow. Interesting. Now, see, I don't know, and this is no disrespect to any of the doctors we just mentioned, but when you're a kid, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to study animal penises.
And here's your
Penis
therapist.
eye.
Yeah, that immediately gets you checked into therapy.
Oh, my goodness. That is bizarre. Very bizarre. I don't even know where to go from there. It's like, what? Why don't we give away some tickets to the Gunslingers?
Joe's Toes.
You want to?
Sure.
We got a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Gunslingers on Saturday afternoon inside the Freeman Coliseum.
Caller 9, those tickets are yours. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Wow.
You all right?
Now, the Ayatollah of Crapola says this is way more common up north than you might believe, guys.
You know, I don't know that I believe that.
I have no clue.
I mean,
I can't dispute or agree. I don't know.
Spent a couple years living in New York, New Jersey area when I was in the Navy. And nothing like that happened that I was around. And I was with a bunch of Navy. I was in the Navy, which, by the way, did you see this? What?
In the Navy.
Where do you go from animal penises to, oh, by the way, I was in the Navy?
Well, I mean, I was on the East Coast because I saw CBS unveiled its 2026-2027 primetime schedule.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Monday is FBI and CIA and something else.
Okay.
Tuesday is NCIS, NCIS New York, and NCIS Origins.
Wow.
So we've got now another NCIS in New York. LA went away, and I guess the European one went away, which I've never watched. But I don't know that there was that much crime in the Navy to get that many shows.
What's baffling about what you just said is there's no imagination in TV anymore. Something works, we'll just remake it and give it another city.
I mean, to your point, because Wednesday is Survivor and The Amazing Race.
Well, God, that's been on for 80 years.
Uh-huh. Thursday is something called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
Well, there you go.
Internally
That's new.
Yours, Elsbeth, and Cupertino. Are those comedies? Because Friday is for the old people, Sheriff Country, Fire County, and Boston Blue. What the hell is Boston Blues?
I have no idea what any of that is.
Blue Bloods?
No, I think that's,
Boston Blue is different than Blue Bloods.
That's like Boston Blue. I'm assuming that's Boston Police.
Their version of Chicago PD?
Probably.
All right. On a Friday night.
On a Friday night.
And
wow.
Sunday is 60 Minutes, Marshalls, and Tracker. You're right. TV sucks.
It kind of does, doesn't it? My goodness, there's just no imagination anymore. Craziness.
Rinse, wash, repeat.
That's exactly right. And that's what we're going to do, by the way, for this next segment.
Are we?
Well, maybe. I do want, we haven't heard from Troy Aikman, have we?
No, not yet.
We're going to hear from Troy Aikman on how he almost became a Philadelphia Eagle.
No.
Yeah, a lot of you Cowboy fans didn't know that. And a lot of you Cowboy fans, I know Minix his heart would have been broken. I mean, this dude, I don't know if you would have recovered from that.
I mean, that was an offer, and he gave him a bird's up. Story time with Troy.
Yeah, you can decide, all right, if Troy was thinking about becoming a Philadelphia Eagle or not when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, it is Fiesta time. Everybody's going to go have a great time, and none of you plan on getting arrested, but it is Fiesta time. You get arrested, you want to get out of jail, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds, AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
2 more play-in games, get a little more advancement into the NBA playoffs coming up.
And we're just under a week from the NFL draft, and word around the Star is the Cowboys want to move up. We'll talk about how they're going to do it and get you started for a full day of fun. But you got to get here at 6. That's when the party starts.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Tomorrow, the Blitz is taking over Novo Brewery. We're hosting the Business Networking International April Mixer, food specials, drink specials, and your chance to network with business professionals across San Antonio. It's Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall tomorrow beginning at 2.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. For over 30 years, I've helped people make informed decisions about their health, especially concerning prevention and long-term wellness. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. It's made with plant-based ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and globe artichoke, herbs clinically studied for their protective and restorative effects on the liver. Active Liver blends traditional herbal wisdom with modern scientific research. Not all supplements are created equal. I trust Active Liver because it's backed by science, meets strict quality standards, and delivers true daily liver support.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Aubrey. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Aubrey.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Aubrey. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Aubrey.com.
Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m., your San Antonio Gunslingers host the defending IFL champions, the Vegas Nighthawks. Partial season tickets, group packages, and individual seats are available now at sagunslingers.com. Grab your crew, bring the family, and let's pack the Freeman Coliseum. Guns up, San Antonio.
No animals were hurt in the making of this show, The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports
not
Star.
that we know of.
I'm Joe Reineagle. He's Jason Minix.
You're not going to develop a new hobby?
No, I don't think so. I think I'll
Your interest wasn't piqued?
No. Because you never know, Minix. You're out doing that, and you go, wow, that thing's huge. I feel like I might, develop a complex.
Pledge, you all right over there?
Pledge's having a debate over there.
He's screaming at somebody.
He is. He's pissed.
Are you going to hang up on him? What the hell's going on? All right.
I got you. That's what
we
he's saying.
shouldn't hear Pledge through the glass. He's getting angry.
He's a little angry.
Pledge, you want to explain that phone call? Don't say no. Don't wave me off. What was that?
Literally just somebody calling in to try and talk, not letting me get a word in edgewise to put them on hold for you. So.
Oh, okay.
So you got to get through the call screener.
Yeah.
Before you can get to us.
And sometimes Pledge is he's a pushover, but sometimes he's pretty tough, as you just saw there or heard maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen Pledge that pissed off in a while.
There's only one person I know that can frustrate him like that.
Who's that?
Yeah.
You?
No. No, when he gets phone calls and gets frustrated.
I got you. Yeah. All right. Well, good job in there, Pledge.
Exactly.
Don't let those callers dictate what you're doing.
Nah.
So you get a little bit frustrated when I'm talking about Troy Aikman becoming a Philadelphia Eagle.
Well, look, I know you heard this story for the first time.
I did.
I have heard this story before. I've asked Troy about this before. But it is very, very true. And on the New Heights podcast, Troy Aikman recounted the story about the time Andy Reid wanted him to join the Philadelphia Eagles.
A close friend of mine, Andy Reid, says that he called you in 2002?
Yeah.
While you were on the Fox broadcast to see if you maybe be interested in playing for the Philadelphia Eagles?
What's this? We were at Old Jack Murphy Stadium. I was in the three-man booth with Collinsworth and Joe Buck. Late in our second quarter of the game, we did a game break that Donovan McNabb had just broke his leg. Oh, my gosh. And the Eagles were playing really well. They were number one in the NFC at the time. It was mid season. We're getting ready to go to halftime, and my producer, Richie Zion, says, hey, I've got a number that I need you to call at halftime, which he had never done. And I was in my third year in
the middle of
broadcasting.
a broadcast.
And I'm trying to call from the booth at halftime, and there's no cell service. So I walk out onto the concourse, because this was an old stadium. It was old Jack Murphy.
Yeah.
So I'm out on the concourse. Fans are walking by. Of course, they're like, hey, F you, Aikman, Cowboys, blow. All this stuff. He says, hey, it's Andy. And I said, Andy Reid? He said, yeah. He says, you heard what happened, didn't you? And I said, yeah, we just did a game break on it. And he goes, well, I want to talk to you. I said, Andy, I'm in the middle of a broadcast. And he said, no. He said, I know you are. He said, I need you to call me after the game. And I said, all right. So I called him after the game, and he was selling me on why I should come out of retirement and go sign with the Eagles and play for him.
Wow.
Obviously, I didn't do it. I said I didn't go.
You didn't pull the old man Rivers?
Yeah.
You didn't pull
Detmer goes down the very next week. He gets hurt against 49ers. A.J. Feely takes over.
A.J. Feely.
He wins 5 straight games. McNabb comes back from his injury, and the Eagles went to the NFC Championship game that year. So it wound up being still an amazing year for him.
What a fun story, man.
Not really.
It was a fun story, and I think he was thinking about it. You could tell just for a moment. He said, wow, Philadelphia Eagle, wow.
He would not wear that uniform. He would not wear that uniform.
Huh. Wow.
It's not like Emmett wearing that Cardinal uniform.
Yeah, I'm surprised Emmett did
that.
that. He just wanted to play another one.
Could you imagine, though, if Troy were to have done that?
Oh, my gosh.
Eagle fans would have probably been more upset than Cowboy fans.
Well, it depends on whether if he's winning, they're going to be happy. I mean, think about that.
Philly fans and happy are two words that don't go in the same sentence.
Again, I'm going to quote a guy that I work with every day. He says, we root for laundry.
We do.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter who's in that laundry. If it's Troy Aikman in that laundry, guess what? You're rooting for Troy Aikman.
Again, Philly fans are the exception to all rules.
Huh.
They are never happy.
Well, of course not. We had a driver in Philly who was pissed off at Jalen Hurts the year he won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're right. They're not ever very happy. But I found that was a interesting story, and I had never heard that story. Maybe I'm, the last one to hear it, but it was kind of interesting. And obviously the Kelsey brothers had never heard that story either.
Well, I mean, I think one of them had because they were asking. But it's not uncommon for a quarterback like that, just freshly out of retirement, getting the phone calls. It's almost like the Tom Brady stories. Would you go? Would you go? Would you go?
Uh-huh.
And it would have to be for quite frankly, a team that has a chance. Remember, even Tony Romo, there was some talk about that.
Yep.
I do think because there are so few guys on planet Earth that can play quarterback at that level, if you've got a good team and you have an injury, your backup ain't it. And somebody's practice squad guy ain't it. Ben DiNucci isn't the answer. We all saw that. So who are you going to call? I mean, it would have been interesting this year when Patrick Mahomes got hurt. If the Chiefs really thought they were a playoff team, what they would have actually done. You look at the Colts bringing in a Phillip Rivers because he was the better option of everybody else, which is kind of sad.
Kind of sad, right?
Right?
It really is.
It is kind of sad.
But if you're Andy Reid, and Aikman had said he was in the booth for 3 years, so he wasn't that far removed from the NFL, why not take a shot?
Sure.
Your guy goes down. You need a quality quarterback, and you figure, well, why not? Troy Aikman's sitting right up there in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call him.
I just love the fact no cell service, and he walks out in the concourse, and all the fans are, what the – all of that.
Well, didn't you get your ass kicked in Philly?
In Philly, but they were in San Diego at Jack Murphy Stadium.
Okay, all right.
I got my ass kicked at the old Veterans Stadium there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, because you were dumb and you wore an Emmitt Smith jersey.
Yes. Fact. Had to go see the judge.
Yeah.
Which they do have in that old stadium, or did have in that old stadium.
Do they not have them anymore in the new stadium?
I'm not sure. I haven't had the pleasure of finding out. But what really pissed me off about that, because I was 18, 19 years old, and was walking back with 2 beers, wearing my Emmett jersey. I got kicked in the back and knocked down, and then 3 or 4 dudes just kicking the crap out of me. And I'm the one that gets in trouble for fighting. And I was like, told the judge, I didn't fight. Being military, they let me, all right, we're going to report you and all that. Cool. I didn't get in trouble for underage drinking, right? I got in trouble for fighting, and I didn't fight.
You just got your butt kicked.
Yes.
That's
Cheesy
hilarious.
Philly fans.
Yeah, well,
kick
that's
you from behind.
I know it.
Sons of
cowardly.
The Live Tour is about to unlive, right? I mean, the Live Tour is on life support.
It is apparently. Reading an article today, and I put a big smile on my face when I saw the headline that they might just pull the plug on this thing. Apparently, it's the Saudis who are threatening to pull funding from this tour. Quite frankly, because it's hemorrhaging money. They said in 2024 they lost $500 million. $500 million.
Would they even notice it though?
Well, I don't know whether they know, but yeah, I would think so. I don't care how rich you are. $500 million, it's a lot of money. And that was in 2024. I don't know what they lost in 2025. Nobody watches that crap. I mean, think about it. Nobody watches it. Nobody gives a damn about it. And it's again, I said this at the very beginning. It's funny because we had this debate this morning at the old gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so it was at some point in time, money is great and you're happy to have as much as you can get, but you've been a competitor your entire life. And when you're no longer competing against the best, when you're used to doing that, there's something missing there. And yeah, you can go live comfortably. You got a yacht, you got whatever you want, and that's great, but you're still a competitor. You're still a young man, and you want to compete against the best, and that ain't happening on the Live Tour.
It's not. I am a little surprised about, really none of it. That the TV viewership isn't more, and frankly, the attendance, because they did go spend a lot of money to get some big names over there. It would be like if the UFL were to try to overpay to get some NFL guys to go there, to give it some credibility. In a lot of ways, kind of what the USFL was when it tried to compete with the NFL. Mm-hmm. And you had guys that, like the Jim Kellys, that had to make a decision, coming out. Which way were you going to go? Herschel Walker, one of those. And obviously it didn't work, but because of the money they spent, I don't want to say pull the plug so quickly, but not to even give it a chance to see if it could do so. Because remember, there was a point where you thought the PGA was going to somehow merge with those guys because they were throwing around so much money.
That was the talk, yeah. That was the talk. And I'm so happy that did. Now what I will give the Live Tour credit in this regard, it forced the PGA Tour to change how they do business and paid those guys that stayed more money. And there's more money available in certain tournaments and all of that kind of stuff. So it's in that regard, the Live Tour did the PGA Tour a little bit of a favor, and the guys that decided to stay there.
Well, I don't know about the tour itself, but the players, because the tour is spending more. But let me ask you this, though. I know what your initial reaction is likely to be, but how do you welcome home the guys that defected? What kind of penalties, what kind of, what's the word? Do you welcome them back? I without just being a total donkey about it, they made a choice. That's going away. We talked about it with, what's his name last week?
Tom Watson.
Tom Watson
he was not happy.
No, but there's a lot of quality players, and then there's others that maybe they made enough money and they don't want to go. What's the dude's name that lives here in San Antonio that brought us that tequila that one time and lives up in Stone Oak?
Yes.
And he went live. But he went live because he said,
he did.
I, one, the money, but two, there's other things in life I want to do besides play golf, and this allows him to do both. And he also got a lot of money.
Well, he got a lot of money, and if
he's
that's
been
what
on
you
the
want
Live
to do.
Tour, and I can't even think of his name.
Abraham Answer.
Abraham Answer. Thank you.
But that's him. You look at a guy like Brooks Koepka, and that's who Tom Watson was complaining about because they allowed him, when his contract was done with Live, allowed him to come back. He had to pay $5 million to get back into the PGA Tour. And Watson's point was he ought to have to qualify again because you left, you made that call, you made your money, props to you, but you want to get back on this tour. And the PGA Tour now, if this happens and Liv goes away, they're going to have to decide because Jon Rahm's been complaining about it since he left.
Yep.
I think he regretted it almost immediately, except when he looks at his bank account. But, I mean, he regretted it almost immediately. So he wants to come back, and it's going to be interesting to see what the PGA Tour does to allow these guys to come back. Are they all going to have to pay some sort of fine? I wouldn't be surprised. But the difference between the PGA Tour and the tour like the Masters would just happen. The Masters is its own business.
Yep.
Right? It doesn't rely on the PGA Tour. So if you win a Masters tournament, you're in for life. Doesn't matter whether you defect or go, you can play in it forever. As we're seeing Sergio Garcia and his donkery. Is that a word?
Donkery.
Yeah.
RFK might want to study that.
Yeah, well, he might. He might need a chainsaw for that. I don't know. But
for Sergio, huh?
No, for the donkey. He just asked the lady in Mexico. The donkey lady.
We all know what you meant by that. You ever seen that?
I never have, honestly.
Dude, it's something.
I'm sure it is. It's
glad you doing a show today.
Are you talking about
donkeys? I don't know how I'm going to follow this.
Talking about the donkeys? Yeah. Wow.
I'm following a couple donkeys.
Yeah, it's been a good day. I'll tell you what.
I resemble that remark.
A great hump day for sure. That is for sure. You just
with
heard
your donkery?
With his donkery.
Is that like a honky tonk badonkadonk?
Where's his dungarees?
It's his. I was going to say jackassery, and I'm not sure I can say that on the radio, so that's why I went donkery.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I can because nobody's freaking out.
You think I'm an idiot?
Exactly. Stay here for Pledge. Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next.
You're a dumb butt.
Be sure and join the fellas in the morning. AJ and Rob, they'll get you started at 6 o'clock. And Jason and I are going to be live at Novo Brewery. Novo Brewery tomorrow. Make plans to come out there and see us. We broadcast. We start at 2 o'clock. There's going to be some specials. We'll have prizes to give away and all of that stuff. Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall. Rector entrance. Come in there and you can get right in and come see us. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
I need a floater.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports.